And now unmuting to test audio. And now unmuting to test audio. And now unmuting to test audio. Alright, I think we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go ahead. I didn't write up a tweet to announce this with before I went and did it. So now I have to think up something on the spot. Fuck.
You can do it, I believe.
I'm suddenly completely blanking on any possible joke that I could be making.
Stream's on. We don't suck, but the game sure does. Or is that presumptuous?
I mean, I don't think I suck.
You bastard. It's like you make it into an insult against you when you know damn well what I meant.
I try. All right, let me see here.
I forgot that this game had like a leather daddy biker. There's a lot I've forgotten about this game.
We're going to experience it together.
Oh yeah. Actually, I am going to say this before we go on stream. If there's one thing that is to this day really fucking frustrating, is that one best friend's play of this, because they kept fucking up and kept shooting the guy, and I'm just like, yeah, I figured it out, like, having watched that video while playing it, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not that. The game literally has a tutorial arrow going, hey, climb up these fucking cars. Don't actually walk in front of the vampire, you moron. But,
I mean,
I'm not throwing shade.
I'll throw a little bit of shade here. It's not quite as bad as, say, classic Game Grumps playing Sonic 06.
I was about to say, don't fucking say the cursed name. Dude, like, and that's not even like, it's like, yeah, John is a piece of shit for a lot of reasons.
Yeah,
but,
obviously.
Like, can we also talk about the fact that Aaron Hansen is not much better? I mean, he's gotten better now, but like back then, come on, he was not that much better. And also, he was the one always going like, oh, games don't teach you as good as like Mega Man X does. But then he would ignore the game's actual directions or tutorial and then complain that it wasn't clear enough.
Yeah, I think Bobby Schroeder just did a whole post about this on Thanks Ken Penders, actually. The exact shit that you're talking about.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to fucking look that up later.
That playthrough made me angry. Okay, so, oh god, that's right, I gotta, like, share this in places, too. Running a stream is so difficult. Hello! Welcome to the Shark Stream. It is I, your boy, Gage. I am joined once again by Blaine. Hello, Blaine.
Hello, Gage. Hello, viewers.
And, my computer mouse stopped working all of a sudden.
Wow.
Just before I was about to copy the link to the tweet so I could put it in Discord chats that I'm in.
Damn, dude.
I'm gonna play Vampire, right? Which Blaine has extolled the virtues of to me in the past, as I said when I announced the stream.
Oh yes, highly recommended. That nobody should play this game once, but Gage should play this game once.
Me specifically, I should do it.
Yes, because I had to play it. Nobody made me, but I bought it okay, funny story. I actually bought it brand new in a Walmart that does not exist anymore in my town.
Wonderful.
It was like $5 or $10 or so. No, it was 5. It was 5, and it was still too much.
I'm sometimes shocked at, like, the games that I've managed to procure in, like, good condition. Like, I got a new copy of Devil's Third when it came out. I'm shocked
Did you
I
get it
managed to
graded?
grab that.
Did you get it graded?
Say again?
Did you get it graded?
Graded? Oh.
Oh, sorry, that was a stupid joke. When you get it like resin casted in a box and stuff, and it's sealed, and they say how much it's worth.
Right, yeah.
People
So
were doing that.
give me 1 second, because someone just knocked on the door.
Okie dokie. I'll entertain the viewers as best I can, even though I can't see the chat. Let's fix that. Stuff has arrived. There's the chat.
Okay, so I got... Also, hello, JB. Welcome to the Shark Stream. Good to have you. So,
Hey, JB.
the knock on the door was, Raggy, please.
It was Raggy all along.
It was not Raggy. Raggy has been in here the whole time. But no, my parents sent me and Natalie an Easter package.
Oh, cool.
So, live unboxing on stream. I'm sure it's just full of candy. Which, like, I'm not going to say no to. Candy's good.
That is
There's
full of candy,
Reese's
and
eggs
soon I
here.
will be
You're
full of
entitled
candy.
to share them.
Okay, let's
For a
take
brief moment, I will become a piñata. Oh shit, it's packing peanuts, Mitty!
packing peanuts and Easter grass.
Give me a packing peanut.
And
I gotta show
Easter
it to
grass.
Here you go.
Mitty!
I love how I'm Jewish, but when you said Easter grass, I knew exactly what the hell you were talking about.
It still
Everybody knows what
baffled
Easter
me
is.
that, like, in the, like, early days of, like, Calamity has a packing peanut on her head, and she does not seem to be reacting to it at all. It still baffled me, like, going to, like, Walmart in, like, early days of the pandemic and seeing, like, all the Easter shit on the shelves, and just like, oh yeah, we're gonna have, like, big Easter egg hunts this year, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Not anymore, though. Unless, I mean, some people are. Those
Yeah.
people are stupid.
What is that?
Unless they're just doing it, like, in their yard. I mean, that's fine.
Entirely
Like,
possible.
with your... Yeah, well, it's like if it's your, what is it? Like, it's if you literally, like, you and your mom and your dad in your backyard. That's one thing. But if you're, like, inviting the family over, it's like, that's the entire opposite.
You got it.
Okay, so we got chocolate eggs.
Damn.
Both wrapped in foil and also with, like, candy shell.
Oh, neat.
Got chocolate bunnies.
Give me another peanut. She tore that one up.
She did? Okay, here you go. Got chocolate bunnies. We got anything else in here? Not that I can see.
Excuse me.
Yep, just a whole bunch of chocolate and candy, and I am super okay with that. Also,
No
a bunch
Reese's
of...
eggs.
No Reese's eggs, no, and I'm kind of
Damn.
glad for that. Those always look a little... I never like how those look.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I didn't think about it that way, but...
Are you talking about the chocolate butt plugs?
Yeah, that. Well, no, those are the Reese's Christmas trees.
Those... Okay, they look like a butt plug without the handle. I will give you that much.
Yeah, they're not a particularly safe butt plug. You're gonna lose that
Yeah.
one.
They're the one that's gonna get you on that one TLC
Melted in
show.
your mouth, not in your ass. Let's go.
And we
Well,
got.
wait.
Okay, hold on. What did you
In
just
that
say?
case, it is safe.
We have, and they got us a $50 gift card for Domino's Pizza. I'm okay
There
with
you
that.
go.
Happy Easter, Gage and Allie. It's Easter, and as they say in Wabbit, love ya. Love, Mom and Dad, a.k.a. the Easter Bunny.
There you go. They take turns putting on the costume.
Okay. Now that that's out of the way, we can play the video game. This is the wrong controller. All right, so real
We've
quick.
been on Leather Daddy here for a while. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Leather Daddy, truly the spirit of Easter. Okay, so real quick before we start. Oh no, Raggy, don't tip the box over. Gonna spill all the packing peanuts. So real quick before we start, I want to point out that like in this slideshow of screenshots, you have like these two, which are like weirdly formatted and not like the proper resolution.
Yeah.
And then in addition to that, I also do want to point out that the display for the game in like the game library is apparently the French box art.
I was about to say, or it's like, because normally I'd be like, oh, is that one of those like when the French Canada and like our box art is just the same? Because that does happen.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but I literally have a copy on my shelf or in my cabinet right now because I separated compatible and not compatible, and that doesn't have that thing on it. It's just Vampire Rain.
Yeah, I think I put the box for mine back on the shelf, so I can't like refer to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's very fun. I got a copy of what was it? WarioWare Touched when
Nice.
I was on like a school trip to Montreal. That it had like, first off, that EB Games didn't take American currency, and I was very upset. I had to go do like money conversion. Oh, and he just spilled all the stuff. Natalie,
Good job, Greg.
you saw that happening and you did nothing to stop it. Anyways, we're gonna play Vampire Rain now.
Yeah.
We've gotten almost 15 minutes into the stream and I haven't actually started the fucking game.
I think I also know why those
Wait,
resolutions
you
are
slapped
weird.
my hand.
I'm convinced that those screenshots aren't real because I've played this game and the single player DLC, and yes, there is single player free DLC.
I downloaded those.
Good. And I don't remember seeing any of those fucking screenshots.
There was apparently multiplayer at some point.
I was gonna ask you that. Like, wait, was there multiplayer in this game? Because one of those screenshots did look like multiplayer.
I guess this game... I don't know if the servers are still running.
If it is, we could play together.
We certainly could.
I mean, I can't right now because I don't have a 360 that... I have a 360 that functions, but I don't have a controller really that works with it. Unless you can plug a regular one controller into a 360, then it would work.
Don't think you can?
Okay, because I know you can do that with like a DualShock 4 and a PS3, right?
Raggy, are you eating a packing peanut?
Don't eat the packing peanuts, right?
He's eating the packing peanut.
I shouldn't be talking over this
Hey.
masterful cutscene.
Raggy, you have a packing peanut shred stuck to your nose.
Gage can talk whatever the hell he wants. It's his stream.
Oh. Oh, gosh. I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah, she's fine, probably. She's a puddle. What does she care? Oh my god, this game. I have not watched this cutscene in so long. Oh, plus, like, you haven't even gotten to the menu yet, right?
Not yet.
Yeah, because like I love this era of like when this was next gen, where they were still doing the whole Lord Hessler
Billionaire linked to mass disappearances? Probably.
Yeah, basically. I fucking I'll get to that when we get to that. But like, nah, for real, I love that this is from that era of like we're still doing the whole cutscenes before like the menu that are actually story relevant, and if you skip them, you're gonna miss shit because that's what we did in like the PS1 era and shit like that.
I think fucking Bullet Witch does that too.
It does. I haven't played that in many years. I don't own it, but I do. Bad.
It's not good.
I
love discount Bayonetta.
Not even discount Bayonetta, like discount
store brand Bayonetta.
Yeah, like store brand. No, that's an insult to store brands. You know that.
Yeah, fair.
Look at those teeth.
Should probably get those looked at. That is horrifying.
No, legit. It's like somewhere between Blade 1 and Blade 2 as far as inspiration.
Damn, dude.
Which of those would
Okay.
you say you
Like,
prefer
play this character.
between Blade 1 and Blade 2?
Don't make me pick. Don't make me pick because like if I had to pick one, I would probably say Blade 2 just because Del Toro always puts like so much into his art direction and stuff and working with the people behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't realize my fucking screen went to sleep. But yeah, no, like if I had to, but I think I love both of them equally for slightly different reasons. Oh,
No.
that video is incredible, Natalie. No, seriously, I was watching that and I think I retweeted it. It's fucking great.
Is that the one with the 3 villagers in the town square singing?
Yeah.
It's a good video.
Yeah. So yeah, so you know how like that cutscene was pretty good. Like it actually had like some production value, some good editing, some good models.
Yeah,
You want
yeah.
to-
How non-indicative is that of the actual game's quality?
I think the most money in aside from paying the underpaid workers, that probably was where most of the money went.
The very cute Animal Crossing tweet.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna want to start by doing the tutorial. Is this okay? Hold on. Is this like a nested menu where it's just like if I do the first one, it'll start with the tutorial?
I don't remember. I know that I played the tutorial when I first played this, but I will say that level, Rain, that is the level that you have seen played in pretty much every short LP that you've ever seen of this game.
Well, I have seen one short LP, and I
Yes.
don't even remember it. So this is gonna be effectively new for me.
I'm just glad somebody's fucking doing it, because literally since I played this game through, I was like, how has nobody done a long form LP of this? How? I mean, I know how, but at the same time, like, goddamn.
Why would no one have played through this in its entirety? Well, actually, dumb question, but at the same time, you can
there's good
feel
potential.
somebody's eyes on you when you're about to be detected.
Yeah.
Kick,
Oh yeah.
kick, punch. It's all in the mind. All right, I'm gonna.
You can probably figure out where the inspirations for this game, like, mechanically came from pretty quick.
Boy, howdy! It sure feels like Metal Gear.
But clunky and unresponsive.
Yeah. I love playing store brand Metal Gear.
It's like someone... I mean, that's the fucked up thing, too, is it is basically... Like, spoiler alert, it is basically Metal Gear with vampires.
Okay,
Don't shoot.
jump.
Yeah, you get a little...
A.
There's platforming, though, too, so it's not... like, well,
Okay.
it's like...
Y is crouch. That's weird.
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, yeah. I
So-
usually try not to backseat game, but I'm going to be backseat gaming you through this.
You know what? That's fair. I'm probably not going to do a good job.
You'll be fine. It's actually not... It's not quite as hard as it's been made out to be. It is just boring sometimes. And in some specific cases, it's hard. Or it's hard, like, if you don't actually follow the directions.
I did it. I probably could have done it a little quicker.
Probably. Yeah, very good instead of excellent.
Let me restart and try again.
I swear to God. If you... Oh my God. I thought you were joking. Oh, fuck it. Just do it. Don't let that vampire see you, though.
I don't think that's a vampire. I think that's just a regular dude.
I mean, it could be. But you don't really care when regular people see you in this game. I just will say that much. But it's very important you don't let vampires see you.
I'm just like imagining like this dude's just out on like a walk at night in the rain, just like, what's that fucking guy doing crouched over there? What a weirdo.
Why is this cosplayer, like, what, did Anime Expo North just let out?
Right?
I just combined like 3 convention names. I don't even care.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. S rank.
I managed to shave like 40 whole seconds by not fucking around. Okay, no, we're good. We're good.
I was gonna say, don't you fucking dare. Save that data.
I did it.
You did it.
Rain.
It's pretty small.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Colonel Dixon, we have just received contact from the Advanced Recon team located at Point E9, sir. They report that everything is.
Oh, that guy's just asleep.
Team.
Basically.
Huh? What? What did you say?
Approaching E9 at this very moment, sir.
I was paying attention. Shut up.
What about the weather in the area?
Still raining.
This is
sir.
even better for me
Showers are
because I
expected to
can't hear any
continue
of the
until tomorrow
audio,
morning.
but like
I'm giving the extermination
I
team
can
the
hear it in
go-ahead.
my mind, sort of.
Sir, is the Nightwalker population really expected to exceed that
The
of humans
Nightwalker
in 908
population.
days?
Just call them
Where
vampires.
did you hear that?
Yeah.
One of the lab boys, sir. He also said that
It's that whole thing where
unchecked,
like
80 million people
what
may be
it's
killed.
it's like I remember hearing like George Romero never
That's
called
what
them
happens when
zombies
you
because he
let
did not
pencil
want to
pushers run a
have that
country.
overlap with
They
like
did
with
absolutely
that
nothing.
other media
While
because voodoo
Nightwalkers
zombies are
playing
totally their own
victims every
thing.
night.
But then everyone else started calling
I
them
heard about your
zombies.
family, sir.
And then everyone started making
Sorry.
fun of the fact that like nobody actually
So
calls
am
them
I, son.
zombies in certain fucking media like
So am
Walking
I.
Dead.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot that you could say about the movie adaptation of World War Z. Like, there's a lot that you could say about that. I did appreciate the scene where someone was just like, "Yeah, I got the same email you guys all did. You know they're calling them zombies now," and like everyone just like at the table just groans, but like there isn't like a distinct like effort to not call them zombies.
I don't even remember that scene, I'll be real with you.
Point E9.
I genuinely like that movie, honestly. I think the extended edition is better, but
Maybe it was in the extended edition. I know that like it's not a bad movie. It's just one of those like
look
if
at these
they-
fucking chuckle fucks. I'm sorry, but
I
like
know. Anime characters.
From the prime. The target's been located, and an advanced team is primed to lead us in.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, back to World War Z.
No. Let's talk about these anime characters first.
It won't be my last.
My sentiments
And also how like the animation's not nearly as good in this as it was in that opening cutscene, huh?
Not your first encounter with the walkers, is it, Lloyd?
It's a lot stiffer. It's like the framing is still as good. It just feels a lot stiffer.
I lost my brother in that raid.
Lost my brother.
I'm so
I'm
glad.
sorry for talking over cutscene.
It's fine. I'm so glad we got all this exposition completely naturally right now.
Oh yeah. Because you gotta know that the main character is, you know, like,
seeing as he wasn't armed with any anti-walker weapons.
he's
Anti-Walker
like Master
weapons.
Shepherd. He's like Master
Let her know
Chief
where
in
we
that
are.
one.
Yes, sir.
Fuck! He's like Commander Shepard
There you go.
in the one story choice you could do where he's the sole survivor.
There you
It's
go.
exactly that with just as much development.
It's nice to have
If not
someone you
less.
can trust to watch your back.
What am I? Why are we focusing on the coffee cup?
I can't get a response from the advanced
I
team,
don't
sir.
know.
It must be a very important coffee
I've
mug.
already done that, sir.
Why
They're
did
not
they focus on
responding.
the Pepsi can in fucking World War Z? I don't
Looks like
know.
we're gonna be here a while.
You
It's
know,
product
Can
placement.
we at
I
least
don't
go
think
to
that was a
the
Pepsi
vehicle?
can. I think that was a generic soda
No.
machine.
I'd like to look around.
Or at least I'm just saying like I mean, I don't try to uphold Red Letter Media as gospel, but watching them go through it and like that whole scene, it's literally just like a Pepsi machine picking it up and just drinking it real slow like a fucking Pepsi commercial. Maybe it's not in the extended version. I don't know.
Gotta
It
be
was
refreshed. No, it is in the extended version. I can tell you that
Oh,
much.
Okay. So then maybe they took out the Pepsi in the extended version. Or
You
we all
want-
just collectively.
You want to talk about media that focuses on Pepsi maybe a little too much. We could talk about Bionic Commando.
I didn't know that. The remake?
The 2009 game just is littered with Pepsi machines.
Oh my god.
And in a game that like touts the ability to like throw objects at enemies, like really heavy objects, you can't do anything with the Pepsi machines.
Okay, I'll take Lloyd and head for the rendezvous.
They are hard locked into the environment. and cannot be
Destructible
moved.
environments except for Pepsi.
You can't
There
har-
was-
you can't harm the product
We're
placement.
headed for the rendezvous.
No one can destroy Pepsi.
This is our current location.
All right. Now, I want to
This is
say
a
one
rendezvous
thing.
point.
Number
Yeah.
one, look at that not Soliton radar.
I'll
Number
take the
two,
lead.
is it just me or for the time is that rain actually really fucking good? Like for the time.
So I definitely feel so. A lot of times, rain in video games is really just kind of like a texture, like just an animated texture. This is pretty good. Like, the thing that's really selling it for me isn't so much the rain that's actually falling, it's like the rain that's actually hitting the ground, like the animations for that. Like, that looks good. One of my favorite animated rain textures was in The Darkness 2, when you go to the graveyard for the funeral.
Oh, man, I need to
Somebody's
replay
coming.
that. That was a good game.
It was. But, like, the reason that one's my favorite is because if you stand there and you look straight up, you can see that the texture for the rain is just like a cylinder that stretches up to the top of the skybox, and you can see where it cuts off.
man.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Video games are a delight.
No, they are. It's not even like an insult to think. It's like no one would just think I'm gonna just stare up for no reason. So like that's just good fucking. That's a good way to hide that. Unless you're
Absolutely.
someone who is for shit.
Like me.
Exactly. That's what I spent half the time playing Silent Hill 4 doing. But that's another story for another time.
You had started a playthrough of that recently, right?
Finished it recently.
Oh, how was that?
It both better and not as good as I remember, but mostly better than I remember. God bless you. God bless you.
Blaine says, God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I gotta figure out some way to fill up
What's
the dead
wrong?
air. Oh yeah, watch this.
Look for yourself.
Oh, you see that? You see him go from like A posing to a crouch?
I did see that. There was a great moment in
Long ass game we've been playing though.
I streamed Moons of Madness recently,
And then you're like,
and
I saw that.
there's a part of that game where you end up in like this weird like eldritch dreamscape,
Ooh.
The last
and
thing we
you
need
see the
are local cops.
models of the two
There's too many
characters
civilians. We can't go
that
this
you're
way.
going to be interacting with in the very next cutscene
Do you copy?
T-posing before they disappear and the cutscene
This
starts.
is turning out
I was just like, oh
need
shit.
I
an
had stuff like
alternate
that
route.
happen in Pathologic 2, and you get if your draw distance is just enough so if you get close to people, you'll see them A posing and sliding around on the ground, and then you take one step closer and they go into their walking animations.
like, oh.
Hello, Gordux. Welcome to the Shark
As
Stream.
if this mission didn't stink already. All right, I'll take it.
Captain, Kelly here.
Also, I just want to point out this game said ACAB. It's canon.
On your own?
Think
It
I'm
did. It was
lost,
like no.
sir?
It was like oh, last thing we need cops.
Of course.
God.
Take care of it, will you?
Wait,
It
what's-
does look like Siphon Filter Gordux.
This is Vampire Rain.
Lloyd, we've got to get to the north end of the sewer.
Gotta get to the north end of the
Kelly
sewer
will meet us
level.
there.
So I realized I already fucked up. So this is not the level that you saw played in like every single LP, all one of the ones that we watched. This is like actually a tutorial mission, but they didn't tell you.
Wonderful.
And I forgot. Because why would this be a tutorial mission?
There was literally like tutorial 1 on the level select screen.
And it's like they're giving you more information, but like then why not just they're already giving you stuff that you did in that tutorial and more. Why even
Yeah.
have the tutorial?
Eh. Eh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Jump.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Little hop.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, you just took away half your health, jackass.
Yeah, but it looked really cool. Also, I'm
It did.
bleeding now.
It did look really cool.
Also, my health is apparently regenerating.
Oh, I didn't know that that was a thing in this. Oh yeah, I guess because I didn't see any health packs.
Looks
in
like we gotta climb.
it. Looks like we got.
I'll give you a boost, Lloyd, when you get up there.
Oh, yeah, if
there's-
I, if I
there's-
stand still, my health regens.
Oh, there you go. love this
Action,
color.
teamwork.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think like when did Resident Evil 5 come out? Or Resident Evil 4 actually, because this definitely came out after Resident Evil 4.
Look at that walk animation.
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
Lloyd, take a look at this.
Looks like something drawn by a Nightwalker using blood.
If
Vampire
that's
graffiti.
blood, the rain would have washed it away.
Yeah, but the blood's been mixed with a hardener.
Hardener? What kind of hardener?
Do you really want to know?
No, I guess not.
What could have gotten this blood so hard?
Drawing these markings, they look like the astrological I've never heard of
Is it a Blade reference? Is it homage? Is it just ripping it off? I don't know.
headquarters later on when we have the chance. Maybe
Who
someone
can
over there
say?
can make some sense out of it.
Probably the third option. Well, wait. Just pan back over to those stores. Bizarre.
Well,
It just is Bizarre South America. Okay, that's fine. I thought it said something else even dumber for a second.
JoJo's Bizarre South America.
Yeah, well, no, because Bizarre is an actual thing.
No. I'm just saying, JoJo's Bizarre South America. Pallywood
Hollywood
Pants.
pants, though. Someone had
So,
fun writing that.
so a friend of mine, friend of the stream, JB, was helping me with some stuff before the stream. I was trying to slapdash the fucking thumbnail together. And I was having some trouble finding
How'd you
like
get in
a logo to use, and the one that I ended up using wasn't
Right.
ideal. I couldn't find
position.
anything with like a
We'll be
transparent
right with you.
background, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But friend of the stream, JB, pointed out that the developers of this game also made, and I'm gonna pull up the conversation here real quick.
Oh, fun.
They also made Yoshi's Island DS and Blinks the Time Sweeper.
Two things. One, Yoshi's Island DS is actually a pretty fine port. Slash remake, I guess, because they added in they added in like Princess Peach and Wario babies and stuff. Two, I've heard Blinks the Time Cat is like great. So how the fuck did this happen?
Blinks the Time Cat is pretty okay. Like I played it the other day. It felt like a Sega Saturn game. Like it's got the oh, I didn't even realize that was what I was supposed to do. I just kind of hit A and
Exactly.
could have died, but grabbed the wire instead.
No, you did it. You're MLG.
I'm good at video games. Let me just.
Very good at video games, jumping off of buildings and losing half your health. Yeah. Blinks the Time Cat though.
Yeah, it feels like the sound in that game is very aesthetically close to like Nights into Dreams.
Right.
It's too dark. in
Like
here.
if you know the kind of like sound profile that like Nights into Dreams has.
Kind of. I played a demo in like Toys R Us, like back when I was a kid and it came out. I never actually played the game. I have a Saturn, but
Oh,
I don't have that game.
night vision goggles cannot handle jumping.
There's night vision goggles. Did you see? Is there?
Oh,
did
they
give you
have
the
a
other goggles
charge.
yet?
No, just have night vision so far. I suppose I could like.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's a fun thing.
Oh, I can't wait to see how that comes into play.
I
Oh,
could
the
tell
battery
you.
on these things
but-
kind of suck.
Looks like a night walker.
Looks like a corpse.
What a
What was your
lovely
first clue?
You check out the box.
Was it the dead body?
Gee,
Hope
thanks.
it's not Kelly's blood.
Isn't that Kelly?
Yes,
She's right. Okay.
I know exactly what I said. Too.
Oh no, the sewer water. Oof, ouch, my hygiene.
Okay, wait. Remember when everyone wouldn't stop fucking arguing on like in LPs and social media of like, Sebastian walking through that sewer water with his leg infected. That would have been so this has to be a stupid dream. And it was a stupid dream. But like just the fucking arguments people would have over that shit.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I made fun of that too whenever I play that game, where it's just like, I've got a gaping wound on my leg right now, and I'm wading through sewer water. This is probably fine.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know, that, like, I can see people be like, oh, this has to not be real, because he would be getting gangrenous, and it's just like, yeah, but, like, it could also just be a fucking gameplay conceit. Chill out.
Yeah. Also, like, I'm gonna be real. Anyone, like, we've talked about it at length. I'm not mad. Oh, it was all a dream because I guessed that. But like, I never understood people being like, oh, but I don't understand. Was it? Wasn't it? When did they do this and that? And I'm like, it was pretty obvious from the moment the fucking radio went off and a big shock went out.
Yeah, and that gets spelled out, like, much later in the game. Like, it's explained
Yeah.
that, like, the tone on the radio was, like, the wireless connection to the stem and all that. The big
Exactly.
question is, oh, did he ever get out of the simulation? And, like, the comic series immediately following the story of the game, as well as the second game, confirms, yeah, he did. That he got out. It's all okay. We're good.
See,
We're
I never even had that question in my head. I love how this game is so good that we're talking about other vastly better games while we're playing it.
Oh no.
An NPC.
Ma'am, are you okay? Cynthia from Silent Hill 4. Oh, there she goes.
Forget it. Nothing
Oh
to say
shit,
about
she
it.
does kind of look like she does look
oh,
like a whitewashed
jeez.
Cynthia. Like a whitewashed to hell and back Cynthia.
A little bit.
Oh man.
Hope this was not her blood.
I think it is.
Huh. Fuck.
What I think?
I'm sorry, this is just the funniest fucking jump animation. It's like, ah!
No, it is.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
somewhere between realistic and absolute bullshit. Never the twain shall meet. Not in this video game. I love how that just looks like where we came in, even though it's not.
I'm gonna go this way. Fuck the system. Oh,
Where do you think you're going?
Don't fail the
not
mission.
that way, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know where you think I'm going.
He's basically your dad. Like, what the fuck do you think what are you doing?
Get over here and help me build this deck.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Yes! I forgot there were breakables in this game. Pick up that, whatever it is.
Pick up.
The metal.
I can feel myself getting stronger.
I never did the pull-ups in Metal Gear Solid 2.
I was referencing Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness more than anything, but
Oh, I never played.
Where's the advance team?
it's not
I
good.
was wondering the same thing myself.
I didn't think it was.
What's going on?
I know. What was it? It was like one of those spin-offs was good or okay. Wait, was Angel of Darkness the one with her mom and establishing she has mommy issues?
No. Okay, so hold on. So what's the story? You're spy killing vampires or something? That seems to be the case. I'm some kind of vampire spy. Vampspire.
It's less that we're killing vampires as much as seeing what they're doing and trying to sneak around them in hopes of killing them later.
Oh, I got
look, now
tutorial too.
you got new tutorials.
Search the area with necrovision.
Yeah, you remember that other fucking goggle that I was like, hey, check this out. That's
do.
Necrovision.
So, Angel of Darkness was the 6th game in the original Tomb Raider canon.
Okay.
Of Tomb Raiders
You can
1, 2,
distinguish between
3,
humans and
Revelations,
Nightwalkers
Chronicles,
using
and then Angel of
necrovision.
Darkness. It's also considered the worst
Lloyd,
one.
use your necrovision and sweep the area.
See, that's weird because I didn't know. I knew Chronicles was canon because it was just like, oh, we killed Lara, so here's all these things that we made up out of fucking our asses because we need a new game. Because it's like the Butler recounting stories or whatever. And then I didn't know that the one after that was actually a sequel to that. I thought that was like, I thought that was one of those weird spin-offs that came out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. But like, so Angel of Darkness.
That's a human. Green are humans.
Blue to green means it's time to be mean. Natalie and I had like a viewing party with a bunch of our friends for the finale of Half-Life VR, but the AI is self-aware.
Oh my god. I saw little clips of that. Oh my god.
Dr. Coomer said trans rights.
That's fantastic.
Because Dr. Coomer was played by a trans woman.
I didn't know that.
Nobody knew that until it was announced at the end of the stream. They kept it really under wraps, like exactly who was playing who. Because they were trying. Wayne Radio TV was attempting to maintain the illusion of it, like, oh yeah, it's a weird thing with the AI in this game, in this version of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Did I like? Am I supposed to like tag everybody in the environment? Am I? Oh.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at that fucker.
A Nightwalker.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, fuck! Wow, nobody cared.
Nope, nobody cared.
Nobody gave a shit.
And then it's over. Just boom, blood on the ground. Okay, next mission.
Cool. No, I don't want to restart the current stage.
I'm gonna be real, too. It said, like, oh yeah, do this for your sniper team and this. I cannot think of a single fucking time in the game that you actually do that again, other than just using that to be like, okay, I'm walking down this street, who's a vampire?
Alright, wish y'all vampires. Who's a vampire? You a vampire?
Yeah.
Don't be vampires. Pro tip for
worst thing you
life,
can be.
don't be a vampire.
Unless you want to live forever, then fucking go hog wild.
Reject your humanity. Who cares?
Yeah. Humanity's overrated. Have you watched What We Do in the Shadows? Not the movie, but the TV series on FX now.
I haven't seen either, unfortunately.
I need to watch the movie because I've been told to, and I just didn't think didn't realize it was going to be as good as it is, which is stupid because fucking Jermaine Clement and the rest of them are great. I watched the first episode of the TV series with my mom, and all I could think of is like, I've always thought like, man, there's always the whole arc like, oh, my humanity, I don't want to do this and that. And then the series just literally opens up with like, so I'm the so-and-so vampire's familiar. I'm going to be a vampire someday. I'm just totally down with it. And I'm like, this is good. This is good writing. I mean that with like total sincerity. I was like, this is exactly something I've wanted for a while.
Oh, gotta be sneaky. Don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
they
jeez.
yeah. Don't let them see you.
Oh, mm. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, hide behind those boxes.
Aha. Can't see me. You can't see me.
Yeah, this is basically like, what if Metal Gear Solid had...
Fuck!
Oh, they may have seen you. For like a second.
Hold
this
on.
is basically like, what if Metal Gear Solid had like
More
Far Cry
vamp.
mechanics of having to mark people before you see them on your radar?
What if Metal Gear Solid had more vampires, aside from the one?
Yeah. Who we found out wasn't even really a vampire, but was a nanomachine monster. Don't get me wrong, I like MGS4 a lot. But I can also not like certain things about it. Also that weird thing, yeah, that's a vampire. Also that weird thing of like, basically Vamp is trans, but I guess whoever was localizing it didn't fucking understand how that bisexual doesn't mean trans or gender fluid. You know what I'm talking about.
This is new to me.
Oh, so you remember how David Solid Snake talks about like, oh, his name's Vamp, and they're like, what? Oh, he's bisexual. I have picked that fucking line apart in my head so much, and I have basically come to the. I've talked to my boyfriend about it. I think he actually was the one that talked to me about this. What had me have the realization, like, basically, if you follow that or replace bisexual with transgender, it actually fits. Like, as far as the whole context of that conversation being, oh, his name is Vamp, it makes sense because he's bisexual. It's like, if you say he's trans, it's like, oh, he is picking a name that is good for him and is a better name for him, and he doesn't prescribe to gender norms, you know?
Okay.
There could also be other complications with that. I don't know. I haven't thought about it in literally like 5 years. So that could also be kind of gross thinking in hindsight. So I'm not thinking about it. Can't. But still,
All right.
that conversation makes no sense.
Okay. So, don't know if you know this, but one of the informal definitions of the word vamp is a seductive woman who uses her sexual attractiveness to exploit men. Or as a verb, to blatantly set out to attract.
Okay.
So, the bisexual part of it isn't necessarily completely, like, out of left field.
So I was just dumb this whole time. So I didn't know that.
It's
No.
yeah, it's not like a perfect sort of like 1-to-1, obviously.
Yeah.
But like there's a reason that line is there.
Okay, so that does make sense then. I thought it was like how Kaine in Nier gets called a hermaphrodite, which is, by the way, is a kind of a slur, basically, or at least it's dehumanizing. But like that was because when people would localize it and localize interviews, like they're all localized from like fucking 2004 or something, 2005.
Right.
And yeah, back when people were still using the R slur publications and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that, I guess. It is just a term for that. And because I did not know that thing about it. Oh. They even hold their ears like they're in Metal Gear Solid. Well, no, they're holding their ears as opposed to holding their neck or whatever.
Our radios stimulate the small bones of your ear. It also stimulates literally every other part of the ear, as you can clearly see.
Literally.
I'm having the station's relevant data uploaded to your command vehicle. What about the advanced recon team, sir?
I have almost no idea like what's actually happening in this game at this point.
Nothing has really happened. It's all just been establishing a setting. And, the vampires are here, but we call them Nightwalkers. Here's the gameplay tutorials, even though we gave you a tutorial.
This is what we think world building is.
Yeah.
This is what passes for world building in 2007.
It's like I give them credit for trying to do a slow build, but they didn't do it well at all.
Looks like you're closer to the base station, heads. I'm designating
Gotta
a new
get to that
rendezvous.
thing.
I'll need you to meet us there with the electro-pulse device. Leave the command vehicle and make
It's also like, it's like, I'll be real too. The story doesn't quite get buck wild anime until about the halfway mark. But it's, if my memory serves, it's worth it.
I'm very ready for this to get buck wild anime, because right now it's very subdued anime.
No, literally.
That's the calm facility.
It's like I dropped specifically into the Golden Age arc without having the Black Swordsman arc before it.
Hands. What's up?
Oh man.
I know nothing about Final Fantasy VII, so it'll be lost on you.
I know about Final Fantasy VII, Natalie. What do you want to know?
Natalie,
And that's
Blaine
the
says she knows about Final Fantasy VII. What do you want to know?
But
I just
first,
know about
let's
Cloud.
rendezvous with Hanson.
I know about Sephiroth. Tifa's pretty cute. I know nothing
Tifa
else.
Yeah.
That's about all you need to know.
Yeah. Without actually playing it, yes. Because, like, man, I could go off on some spoilies about all those characters, but I'm not going to.
Looks like it's
Because that would be mean.
Lloyd. Blow out the lock with your sidearm. The silencer will kill the sound of the shot.
I was
but not the
talking
bullet's impact.
with
The
friends
best
about
you can do is make sure there's nobody around to
fucking
hear the bullet
Advent
hit.
Children the other day
Oh, Advent Children.
because I love Advent Children.
It's so like good, even though it's not great in like, it's like, it is such an entertaining movie and so many characters are on point. But then I'm just left with like, why is Cloud like weird stoic Cloud though? He's supposed to be past that.
Yeah, but he's also kind of dying.
Yeah, it's just
Moving
it's
together
we,
makes us an
we
easy
talk about
target.
slow builds and pacing. That's
From
kind of
here
what that
on, we'll
movie's
split up.
issue is,
You both
and like
know the rendezvous
conveying
point.
shit.
And it's
We'll
got all
meet
that
you
dilly
there.
dally shilly shally.
Just do me a
I
favor.
forgot about that.
Avoid
I
any
forgot that
contact
was
again.
in that movie.
Understood?
For years I've been trying to remember what the fuck is that from?
I will fucking live and die by that movie's English dub. I don't care what anyone says.
I'll live and die by the English dub because it's fucking man, I forget his name in real life now, but Axel from Kingdom Hearts is fucking Reno, and I'm still mad that that's not Reno in
Quentin
Final
Flynn?
Fantasy VII Remake. Quentin Flynn, yes, I love him. I love his work. He's such a perfect Reno.
That movie, like, I saw that movie before I saw anything else about Final Fantasy VII. That was my first exposure to Final Fantasy VII, which admittedly is kind of a weird place to come in.
I was about to say that's like the worst place to come in. You're not gonna, the little bit of that movie that actually does make sense and like hits a point, you're not gonna understand.
But it's fine. But
The
at the
whole
same
ending of
time,
that movie just went right over your head, didn't it?
I mean, I won't say that it didn't, but like that movie, like I saw that movie and just like, okay, I know nothing else about Final Fantasy VII except Reno is now my favorite character.
Oh, he's like everybody's favorite character. He's great. I don't mean that as like a shade to you. I mean literally like, no, that's a good ass favorite. He's great.
Is this a romantic spot you were talking about?
Take a wild guess who the vampire is. Ah,
I can't imagine.
that. Well, I said that too late because I wanted to make a joke about how that guy was walking like a goddamn ghoul.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, she's giving off all like the stink waves too.
Oh yeah.
She's
Gosh,
very
stink
smelly.
waves. Their faces like melt or something. See, now she's got like the fucking monster walk.
More like a zombie than a vampire, kind of.
The last thing we need is to have them flapping off and exposing our position.
Fucking birds.
Probably be smart to fire a shot from a safe position and stay
Yeah,
off.
this game has bird mechanics.
Hashtag bird mechanics. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to actually hit them.
Yeah, there you go. They flew.
Just want to.
Don't. Yeah, I was about to say. Oh wow.
Oh,
Don't.
fuck.
Oh.
No, okay. I wasn't sure what the... Oh.
I was gonna warn you, but I was like, nah, this is a lesson Gage needs to learn for himself.
So welcome to my no-death run of vampires.
Oh, no. Sweetie. You sweet summer child. Yeah, this isn't a game about so much killing vampires except for, like I said, you sneak around the vampires, hopefully, and then once in a while you get to kill some vampires.
Oh,
I mean, I will say that much. You do get to kill vampires.
thank
you do.
goodness.
It's just, you gotta earn the right to kill vampires this game.
But I want to kill vampires now.
No, and also, I'm be honest, aside from just being able to shoot birds, I don't know why the fuck they even give you this gun. I'm serious.
I skipped it.
Yes,
Oh.
skip those cutscenes. Those mandatory cutscenes. Yeah, get back there. Shoot those birds.
Alright. You're gonna... Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, look at these fucking mechanics. There's so many mechanics that like, oh wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good shit.
Okay. Where's she? There she is.
Wait, so Gage, since watching Advent Children, have you played Final Fantasy VII?
I have played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII. I have looked into the story of Final Fantasy VII more than anything.
Okay. And you know the details about Cloud and everything going on with him.
Yes.
I'm
need
being
to
careful.
I need
for
to
very-
finish. Okay. There are major parts of Final Fantasy VII that I am aware of. I know, like,
Well, I was also gonna. I don't know if we want to say them out loud because if anybody is gonna play the.
yeah, no. I need to go back and finish watching all the cutscenes for fucking Crisis Core.
Oh, yeah, that's something I need to do. I wanted to fucking actually play that, but I don't have a Vita, so I can't get the. Also, I don't know if you can get it on the store.
Well, a vampire. How do I get?
If I'm there, then who's over there?
Then who's flying the plane?
Oh my, yeah.
When you're winning this hard, you don't want
Alright,
to
hold on. I don't know where I need to go here.
I'm not sure either, honestly.
Hold on, maybe.
Maybe to the left,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
or like across the street or something. Just check your
Hello?
necrovision. Yeah, there's another
Shit.
vampire.
Okay.
Yeah, so go across the street. Like, yeah, there.
Oh gosh, oh jeez.
Don't get spooked.
I'm gonna try real hard not get grabbed by ghoulies. Hello?
Okay.
Restaurant.
Maybe. You haven't. Oh wait, on the mini map there is a progress arrow.
Yeah, I saw that. I just don't know.
Is it?
Okay,
is
I'm
it
gonna head up
rooftops,
here.
maybe? Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's a rooftop. Unless you can't climb that ladder.
I would like to climb the ladder.
Go on
I
the
would-
other side.
I
maybe?
would really like it if the video game would let me climb the ladder. There we go.
Okay, there you go. I was like, wait, is this just a decoration ladder?
It was on the mini map. I should hope that it isn't.
I mean,
Alright, I'm gonna. Found a gun.
Oh.
Doesn't
more ammo.
help me, but
Yeah. Ammo for the gun that you're not gonna use.
ammo for the gun that I can use to scare birds.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I was worried for a moment there. Tony Law Service.
Tony Law.
Oh my goodness,
Brother of
really?
Jerry Law. This fucking game.
Mhm. Look both ways before crossing the street.
I think I figured out a way to phrase it without being spoiled. You know the truths of Cloud and his character, then.
I know
guess.
Cloud's truths. Hello, Cam. Welcome to the Shark
Okay.
Stream.
I can.
Cam is
Yeah.
going to be streaming Final Fantasy VII Remake a little bit later.
Oh, neat.
And Cam is actually who I was talking with about Advent Children with the other day.
Oh, good. Fucking. I've only played through like the first 2 chapters, but damn, is this remake good?
That's real good to hear, at least.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, the biggest complaint I've seen, and I'm white, so like this isn't my complaint to make as much as I'm just relaying what I've seen other people say. But like, I've heard people just still being like, it kind of sucks that Barrett is not transcending stereotypes, and he's still kind of that same character, even though he is like, he has some really good character background to him. That's the only real complaint I've seen that I've been like, yeah, as far as like his hair design and stuff like that.
We're lucky to have it. The stuff is supposed to dampen a Nightwalker's senses. Without the rain, they'd
is his
find
gun
us
still
all
just kind of like a
they
Gatling
mixed
gun,
it.
or is it more like the
With all those
absolute
night
fucking
walkers around, I'm surprised anyone in the
bonkers,
city
like
was alive.
railgun shit that he
Humans born
had
in a city
in
taken
Advent
by
Children?
Nightwalkers have left.
It's a
But they
Gatling gun,
always
but I'm
return.
sure you're gonna get other
They
guns.
return usually with
Oh,
a spouse
boy.
they met elsewhere. Sometimes they've got kids.
It plays neat.
Jeez.
Like-
What makes him do it?
Some say it's a smell. A sweet and subtle odor that
How do I
permeates
describe
a
this?
city occupied by night
Well, first let's watch
walkers.
this beautiful
I've
cutscene,
heard that
and then I'll
anybody
describe
raised
it.
with that odor can't resist being away from it.
If there is such an aroma, I've never noticed it.
Hey!
I was still in this car, but now I'm gonna eat your face.
Ah!
All right, So you know how I told you that sometimes you're gonna fight vampires? Shoot that fucking vampire in its face.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't know what's happening right now. Where
You
am
got
I?
hit, but you survived.
Oh. Okay.
Reload.
I would like
I
to
don't know
stop
what
dying. I'm not sure what happened there.
Lloyd, you okay?
But I'm glad I didn't die at least.
So far.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you didn't. Because usually that encounter is just like, you get hit once, you're done. But you, like, you shot him a bunch, and then I guess the other people shooting him was enough to, like, save you.
Thanks for shooting in my general direction, guys, even though I wasn't clear of the gunfire. I appreciate the help, and the almost killing me.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Also, I'm starting to realize why no one has done full LPs of this game.
Why is that?
So, you know how we've watched the Best Friends LP, and it's the one LP we've been talking about this entire time.
Yeah.
I just remembered that that is also where the demo takes place.
Oh.
And I think that the demo is all anybody actually downloaded.
Oh, joke's on them. I have the full game. Oh, fuck.
I know we both do.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
I'm so glad that we both own this game, this magical piece of video game history.
Video game history is right.
Be careful,
Oh,
Lloyd.
yeah.
There's some heavy security up ahead.
Be careful, Lloyd.
Oh.
What a valuable
Yeah.
flash.
You'll know when they like see you.
Because they'll be murdering me.
Basically. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, don't think you're safe anywhere. They're fucking vampires that can climb up walls and shit. It's bananas.
No, I'm safe here. It's fine. Vampires can't cross running water, and it's raining right now.
God damn it. Did you have you watched Dorohedoro?
I have not watched the anime yet. I have finished the manga.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, because I was just gonna say, like, that's such a neat thing of like, oh yeah, sorcerers are weakened by rain or
Stick
whatever.
with the mission, please.
That's not a spoiler. That's just world building, everybody.
Yeah, that gets brought up pretty quickly in that series.
Yeah.
You can't see me. You can't see me from behind the news.
I'm just thinking of fucking Norbert from Angry Beavers covering his eyes. You can't see me. You can't see me.
Hold on.
That's a
Pokemon
joke for somebody
Go
out there.
to the polls.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Sonic forces you to vote.
I've heard Sonic Forces is fine.
I think it was okay. I liked making my own character. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, you got to be Sonic's best friend.
Just like in real life.
Exactly.
Fuck!
Someone.
Shit!
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
there
You
we
thought
go.
you could just walk right behind them? No, you gotta wait a little longer. Also, why is that like a cop, but he has like a pilot's uniform on? Like, look at that shit.
Maybe he's a plain cop. Plainclothes cop. But like plain spelled Plane. This is the joke that I'm making.
My computer in about 5 seconds.
Okay, make him walk up the stairs.
Be careful, Lloyd. There's some heavy security up ahead.
Oh. Thank you for the follow, Cam.
Oh, fuck, shit. Oh god, I'm just waiting for the bus, don't mind me.
2 alt cancels, I'm dying.
Oh. You don't see me. Vampire vision is impenetrable behind trucks.
Okay.
Hold on,
Now you can go.
oh jeez. Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
And wait right
Make
here.
sure you climb the truck. And then climb that ladder after, you know,
Ladder?
they walk. behind you. There's a ladder icon.
I see it. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, stay out of view. Now, do I know if this is actually the right way or not? I have no fucking idea. It might be.
Bold of you to assume I know things.
Exactly.
I seem to be going the right way.
There you go. Yeah, like, I don't remember. Like, remember I told you, like, oh yeah, I remember most of this game. There's a lot I've forgotten. There's more I've forgotten than I remember. Other than story contrivances. Because that was the most memorable thing, was the second half of the story.
It's going to be tough.
I see that comm facility, and for some reason all I can think of is Omicron.
Oh my god. I used to want to play that game. Then I watched the full LP by Matt and Woolley, and I was like, I'm never going to play this game.
If I ever want to get unreasonably angry, I will play Omicron, the Nomad's Soul.
And have to change, like, ports midway through the LP. Or wait, yeah, because what, they had to switch from PC to, like, a console port, right?
No, they played the PC port the entire way through.
Oh, shit, then what am I thinking of?
They had to do that for Evil Within.
Oh, okay, that was it, yeah.
Because the PC version kept crashing.
Yeah, they had that weird fucking bug.
And then they played the PS4 version and it crashed. And it killed Pat's PS4.
I forgot that it killed Pat's PS4. Man, that's another thing too. It's like if there's one thing that I will... Oh, don't get seen. Sometimes you want to be seen. This is not one of those times.
Getting seen is not exactly my main concern here. It was dying.
But yeah, like, if there's one thing I will always be like, oh, damn it, Evil Within, was just the fact that, like...
This poor Ryan.
The fucking, first level being so amazing and everything I wanted from a game like that, and then the rest of the game just being kind of, it's okay.
Like, I think it's fine.
It was fine. It was... I mean this literally in the sense of, like, not so much, oh, objectively the game is bad, as much as, like, I thought I got exactly what I wanted, and instead I got kind of what I wanted, which would have been fine if I didn't get so oversold on that fucking, like, intro level. I also, like, that level made me buy the game, and then when I got past it, I was like, oh. But this is still fun.
It's pretty good for an RE4, like.
No, for real. And, like, as much as I got mad at the ending of that game... It was resolved with the sequel, and the sequel was literally everything I had wanted from the first game. So, like, I can't really complain that much.
Yeah, the sequel really did, like, some heavy lifting.
Yeah. Who knew making it, like, semi-open world was such a good idea? Yeah. Honestly.
I think I want to go for that pipe over there. And then, like, it looks like I can sort of, like, loop around.
Oh, help his teammate out?
Because I need to get up on the roof here.
Oh, yeah.
Solid Fisher.
No, literally, though. He even has that, like, stupid haircut that Sam Fisher has in the fucking... in Conviction.
Oh, I don't like this. I don't like how close this man is to me.
I don't like how close he is either. And you're not Sam Fisher, so you can't, like, judo chop him. Question. Have you watched the show 24?
Yes.
Okay. I used to talk about this with my friend Tyler back in the day, but I want to get your opinion on it.
Go for it.
When Conviction came out, were they or were they not basically just going, okay, let's turn this into 24, the video game, and make him look just like Kiefer Sutherland?
So I don't know a whole lot about Splinter Cell, unfortunately, but I would need to take a look. Let me pull up a Conviction here real quick. One moment.
Yeah, if you look at... I think you're trapped in a corner anyway, so this is a good time to look up something else.
As good a time as any. Splinter Cell Conviction.
And I'll find a picture of him from Double Agent, and you can just be like, yeah, they definitely changed his design.
I can see them wanting to make him look more like Kiefer Sutherland just based on this box art. I can see the influence. but I don't know enough about Splinter Cell to like know what the game played like.
Oh, I don't. Well, not so much the gameplay.
Yeah.
Because the gameplay was just kind of your standard Splinter Cell, and then like it had these interrogation scenes, which were neat, but were also just kind of one note.
Hmm.
Oh, there you go. No, you weren't trapped in a corner. You did the right thing. I'm trying to find it.
I can't remember if I feel like I've definitely brought this up on stream before. I just don't remember if it was like on a stream that you were on. But one of my favorite fucking so 24 real interesting concept for a show, to be sure. Maybe not always tonally appropriate. Might have been a little tone deaf every so often.
I believe you.
One of my favorite tone deaf 24 moments was when they were doing like the show's like first resurgence. Like after it had been off the air for a while, and they're just like, we're gonna bring back 24, and it's just like, okay, I guess that's fine.
The thing that nobody asked for. Go on.
Yep. One of my favorite tone deaf moments in that season was there's a your like standard like all American white family set of characters, and
I like where this is going.
their son comes home with a friend of his from school one day, and the friend, it's Kumar.
That's
that actor.
That's. Oh my god! It's Cal Penn.
Yeah, but wait. So he comes home with this friend of his, right? And his parents start acting real weird about it. Just
I love
like
that fucking animation, by the way.
that was pretty great.
Electricity
Just fucking explodes in my face. So his parents are acting real weird about it, and their son needs to be like, "Geez, mom and dad, could you guys be more racist? God, not every Middle Eastern person is a terrorist."
I'll meet you there.
And then it turns out that his friend is a terrorist.
I was about to say, God.
And that's what ends up leading to like his father being roped into setting off a nuclear device on U.S. soil.
And was this when Kiefer Sutherland was still in it, or was this when they did that like weird? You know what I'm talking about? Is that single series that had like a different main character?
This was a Kiefer Sutherland season.
Okay. I've only seen the first season. I liked it a lot, then I never watched anymore.
You know what? Good call.
Well, I started the second season, but I never got it.
Okay, that's a regular person. So I need to go for that alley over there. Yeah, the second season, that's the one where like his daughter is like menaced by a mountain lion.
Yeah, I remember that. It like started off literally with like this guy coming around to her house, and that's like the B plot. While not Sam. I don't fucking remember his name, but Kiefer Sutherland is just like doing something else because he's government.
Yeah,
He's super agent government man,
super agent man.
basically.
God, I'm trying to remember what his fucking name was. Jack Bauer.
Thank you. Oh, and I sent you a picture of Sam Fisher from Double Agent, the game before, the direct prequel to Conviction. So just think about that contrast of like them making him go from being an old, bald, beat-up man, basically Michael Ironside's mocapped, to like the Kiefer Sutherland-looking dude who sounds exactly the same but looks about like 20 years younger.
There was
Wow, I
So,
thought
yeah.
you were dead for sure.
So yeah, that's a hell of a contrast.
Oh yeah.
There, Natalie, did you make Raggy knock over the box again? Now there's packing peanuts everywhere. Setting the box back upright doesn't help. The packing peanuts are still on the floor.
I'm sure Raggy will clean them up.
I'm sure he will. Michael Ironsides did a really good interview on, I want to say it was like Inside Xbox or something. Like like a year ago, you know, back when E3 still existed.
Okay.
And he talked about like, because like Michael Ironsides is like a genuine actor,
Oh yeah.
and he's really
He's in fucking
good.
Scanners.
I haven't seen Scanners myself.
It's good. It's at times it's kind of, I'm not gonna say B movie. It's, you know, it's like a kind of not overacted. You know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of like of its whenever it was 70s 80s. Like it's very that era.
It
but
gets
it's
a little schlocky.
A little bit, a tiny bit, but really it's for the most part it works for the tone. If it works for the subject matter. Go on though. You were talking about the interview with
I remember him like talking about how like his yeah.
Get down.
Hold on.
Go pro.
We don't actually know if she's a oh no, she's a vampire.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, hold on, guys. We don't know that she's a vampire. Oh, okay. Okay.
She charges for you.
All right. You know what? Fair. He was talking about his acting inspirations, and he mentioned this time that I think he said he was at like some party in Greece,
No.
We have
and he
seen
met like an
nor have
actual
any.
mercenary.
I hate to say this, but I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
That's
You and me
interesting.
both, sir.
It's not
Which it's just like,
but they've got all the extra ammo and the recon
God,
that we need.
that's
We'll just have to
how
move out now and move to the next designated area.
how
Because he's a true thespian.
you can't like manufacture that sort of luck when you're looking for inspirations for like how to
Oh,
play
no.
a character.
Absolutely. And on top of all that, like Sam fucking Fisher, more or less a mercenary for the US government.
I remember seeing God, what was it? Ubisoft did that like crossover thing for like Ghost Recon, I think. And that one clip where he's talking about like, oh, there's that other guy, and then like the person he's talking to is like, oh, I heard he retired, has way more like emotional like pathos in it than it probably should, considering we're talking about Solid fucking Snake not having video games anymore.
Wait.
Have you
Did they
seen this
put
clip?
Solid Snake in Ghost Recon?
No. So what it is that Metal Gear Solid and Splinter Cell kind of like take little playful jabs at each other, like over the course of each series.
Yeah. Okay. I remember this
They
now.
reference him without saying his name. Ixao is right. Also, hello Ixao, welcome to Shark Stream. So Sam Fisher is just like talking about like, oh, there was this other guy who liked to wear a bandana, and the person he's talking to is like, yeah, I heard he retired, and like Sam Fisher has this moment where he's just like, then it's only me, and it's like weirdly emotional.
Oh fuck. Okay, I do remember what you're talking about now, because it was the whole thing of it was basically the developers and writers and the actor being like, there's literally none of this kind of game anymore, pretty much.
I've won, but at
Like-
what cost? Wario.jpg.
No, literally. Oh man. I thought you were gonna tell me that there was actually a full-on crossover, because I knew there was a. Wait, so this is the thing. In Blacklist, they didn't have Ironsides do Sam Fisher's voice. Did he then come back to do the voice of the crossover, or was it someone else?
For the crossover in Ghost Recon, he came back, yeah.
So then why was he not in Blacklist?
I don't know. Video games
Did
are
they
weird.
just- Yeah, I'm like, part of me is like, did they just refuse to pay him, or which wouldn't surprise me, or was it like they needed to get that seminal, that like to get that yearly game out, or but even at that cost, which is still dumb.
I didn't even like check to see if there were vampires that I was in the field of vision for. I just fucking went for it.
Oh, there you go. I was completely zoned out into our conversation, and I forgot that you actually did the tutorial.
The tutorial.
The tutorial.
Territorial.
Oh my god. Void detection. Yeah, go for it.
Let's do it. Go for item.
I'm starting to remember more about this game the more you play it, and yeah, like the fucking demo level is so far in.
Is it?
That's not so far in, but like it's so much farther in than you would expect.
This is. I'm in a bad spot right here.
Then again, oh yeah, you are in a bad spot. Then again, this was also that era of like when demos would just be the middles of fucking games for no reason.
My favorite one of those is the Fear games, like specifically Fear 1, Fear Files, and then Fear 2. They all have demos that are, the way that they crafted the demos is they just take like environments and set pieces from like different parts of the game and string them together into a single level.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is a really neat way to do that.
No, that's the good version of what we're talking about, because that's like you're taking stuff from the middle or weird places in the game, but you're not. It's like by removing context and creating a new. It's almost it's like continuous editing or whatever the fucking term for that is. You know, Battleship Potemkin and shit. Like you're creating a new narrative from other things that fit a different narrative. That's cool.
More demos like RE7.
Yeah, no, the demo for RE7 is awesome too. It does, yeah, because that does both of that, right? It both is just that intro level, but at the same time, it does different shit that you can't solve, or until they updated it, then you were able to get
Right
out.
where headquarters wants us.
That was fucking neat.
Being someone who really enjoys demo discs and stuff, I don't mind when demo is in the middle of something if it's a level they want to show off, which is fair. I can't wait to play 10 hours of this game and finally reach the demo level.
Oh yeah. Maybe. I'm still not sure if we actually reached it or not. Unless you just saw something when I was looking away because I was looking at chat.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember what that level looks like because I haven't played the demo. I've only watched someone play the demo.
I remember it. Well, allegedly, because we still don't know. Maybe they did buy the game and not play more, or maybe it was just the demo. We still don't know for sure. Although I could ask that one of them on Twitter.
You could. Oh, so something I forgot to mention earlier when we were talking about Angel of Darkness. Matt actually has a What Happened episode about Angel of Darkness.
One man's got a better chance of getting through than a group.
That's how much of a disaster that game was.
Oh shit, I don't know if I watched that one. I've watched almost every of his What Happened, so or unless it's like brand new.
No, it was from a while ago. Also, hello Cam, welcome back. I'm doing well.
Hey Cam. Phone. Stop going to sleep, phone. I want to look at the chat.
Go to sleep faster, phone. Deny her the chat.
Stop it. I hear you. Okay, I think this is the demo. if you get, yeah, this is the demo. This is the demo. Okay, so what is this, mission 5?
I think it's something like, no, I think it's mission 3. We did tutorial 5.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is mission 3. But it feels like mission 7 because we did like 4 or 5 tutorials.
Oh.
Yeah. Just smoking.
You know what? It's none of my business.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Except for the part how it is explicitly my business.
I mean, I told you. You're going to be more sneaking around vampires and pretending you didn't see them than actually shooting them. Until about... Well, I won't.
Where'd your face go, ma'am? Oh, there it is.
Hey! Where'd all your meat go?
Hey, Sarge! Where'd your meat go?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think that's the same character model as the woman we shot in the alley in the last one. She had the same hair.
Perhaps.
Or like they're doing one of those things with it. Well, I guess because if it's a skin, it's the same model. But if it's... They could have swapped the heads. I don't know.
She had a red jacket and slightly different hair. Okay.
Okay, so then yeah.
Oh,
I'm
scared.
I'm
Scary vampire.
overestimating the laziness. Thank you, Joe.
Scary vampire. Please don't. Vampires don't interact. Oh.
If you support vampires
what the
or the
fuck was
vampire
that?
cause, please unfollow and block me.
God.
I want to be clear about something. I'm not making fun of people who say that for good reasons, because I do that all the time. I'm talking about people who are like, if you like the color red, unfollow me. If you think JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a bad anime, please unfollow me.
But actually do that. No, I'm kidding. So I think she leapt across the rooftops because I saw like a vampire cross over me on the mini map, and I got really scared for a second.
It tried to do some fucking combos on you, but it missed and launched across the level. Zhao Eclipse, what Tumblr? Oh, JB just asked for me. What Tumblr post are you talking about?
Oh, you know, that one. Hot deli and grocery.
Don't distract with hot deli and grocery. You know there's a million of those fucking posts that all say more or less the same thing.
S. Lavin Inc. showcases. Hold on. I need to get closer. Gosh, that dude wasn't kidding about vampires eclipsing humanity. There's so many fucking vampires out and about right now.
There really are a lot of
there's
vampires.
a person.
I told you. It's very like Blade in that sense. The whole like we're losing the war on whatever, and it's all beneath the scene, behind the scenes.
Showcases, wall cases, counters, gondolas, new, used, custom made, bought, sold, rented, 229 Bowery.
So is this supposed to take place in New York? Then why does it look like fucking San Francisco? Or this looks like a California street to me.
York, Francisco. Hot bakery, hot food, salad bar, liquors.
Damn, you just reminded me about how much I can't wait for Deadly Premonition 2.
Oh. Now I can't stop thinking about how I can't wait for Deadly Premonition 2.
I got the physical collector's edition on the Switch. It's amazing.
I wanted to get... I can't justify getting another physical copy of Deadly Premonition 1, but if I could, I would absolutely get Origins with, like, the fucking, like, enamel pins and shit. Nope, you don't see me.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that they could do that.
I think they
I mean,
see me.
you're done. You're done.
No, I'm not. I can make it. I can make it. Fuck.
I told
Fuck.
you were done. You put up a valiant effort, but I told you. Also, that looks like the same character model that killed us like 2 missions ago.
That probably is.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like I as you well know, I completely missed my fucking chance to get the director's cut on PS3 back in the day. So like, I have the 360 version, and I have.
Let me go to the garage and see if I can find the advanced team's command vehicle.
On your own?
On my own.
One man's got a better.
Oh yeah.
Do I have like okay, I don't have like a mid
Weapon wheel. No.
I mean, I do have this, but like what I was looking for more along the lines of like, oh, is there a way that I can like save mid-level?
Oh.
So that I don't have to start all over like I just did.
I don't think so.
Okay, so what exactly is happening in this here vampire reign? Well, that's a very good question.
It is raining.
There are vampires.
That's about it. You try to hide from the vampires, but you fuck up and they kill you. Sometimes you get to shoot the vampires, but not as often as you... More than you think, but less than you'd hope, to quote an inspiration to us all.
Speaking of Deadly Premonition.
Yeah, Yeah, Cam, it's fucking. I mean, if you can find it, yeah, but just don't spend more than like $1 on it.
I forget how much I spent on this copy.
I hope you didn't spend that much.
I found Dark Sector for like $3 one time.
I would spend $10 on Dark Sector. That's an okay game. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Do you like
as far
Warframe? Well, this is almost Warframe.
It's like it's an RE4 like, but it came out. Wait, did it come out before or after Warframe came out? Because I don't know how old that game is.
It was before Warframe because it's the prototype for Warframe.
Like literally?
The main character's name is Hayden Tenno. It's by the exact same developers.
That's wow.
They wanted to make Warframe, and the publisher was like, "Lol, no. Do this instead."
So this was literally like Dark Sector is to Warframe as like Deadly Premonition is kind of to A Good Life, where it's like this is what I wanted to do with this and not have combat and whatnot. Like this is more what I was doing, but now it's its own thing.
I would probably make that comparison less to Good Life and more to D4, but yeah.
Oh, okay. That's also fair.
Dark Sector is questionable in the canon. It was before Warframe, but after Warframe was a concept, DS was going to be Warframe. Couldn't get someone to sponsor it, so they had to make it a cover shooter. Yeah, essentially.
That explains why that game is actually pretty... Yeah, it's that vampire that scared you again. Never not scary.
First time, supermarket.
Oh my god.
Hot Deli. Another one. Hot Deli must be a popular franchise.
Basically. I was going to say maybe it's a bodega, but no, bodega's no franchise.
They're the first franchising bodega.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I'm sorry, you were saying?
I was reading Warframe lore, or I guess Dark Sector Warframe crossover lore.
Warframe.
Yes. Yes. But no, that's neat. I don't remember what the fuck I was saying other than this game gets boring.
Ooh.
This is why this is like real talk. This is why half of it was like I kept telling you if you stream this you need to have me on. Half because I just like being on streams with you. And also because you need someone to talk to while this game is being played because there's long stretches of bullshit.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, you had to kind of sacrifice that human to get by.
Sometimes that's how life happens.
Exactly.
Complicated moral choices here in the vampire reign.
I'm about to date myself with this reference. That's how it is, Takun. Sometimes you're the cat, and sometimes the mouse.
So you're gonna need to explain that one to me.
Oh, there's an anime called Fooly Cooly.
Oh, I remember Fooly Cooly. I don't remember anything that happened in it, but I remember it.
It's that anime that's both really, really good, but also kind of really trashy.
Yeah, no, I remember Fooly Cooly. I just don't remember the events or like the moment-to-moment things that happen. But yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but yeah, well, there's a bit where like, it's one of those really, yes, the pillows are great. Like that's the best thing about that anime in a lot of ways is the fact that the pillows did the entire soundtrack. But yeah, like it's from a sequence where you'd have these sequences where it would get really surreal, and like Naoto would be basically seeing shit in his head, or they would be doing quick cutaway stuff. And one of those is when he's going over what the people have said to him, and it's Haruko saying, "Sometimes you're the cat, sometimes you're the mouse." But then in the background, you see a little tiny Haruko in a mouse costume getting murdered to death by his cat.
Like you do.
Yeah.
Oh. Nope. I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, Cammy, that's exactly how me and my boyfriend talk about that anime. It's like it is really good and has really, really good shit in it. It also has some really gross, like, kind of, I'm not gonna say borderline pedophilic. It's just like it does that thing of like main character is in middle school and Haruko is a question mark age alien who is manipulating him with those kinds of feelings. The problem is that the line of saying like how much of it is clear negatively framed manipulation and how much of it is fan pandering is kind of blurred. So you get some gross shit in there that I can't really defend, but at the same time the overall message of the anime is really good, which is basically like enjoy your childhood and don't rush to become an adult.
I gotta be sneaky.
Yes, you do have to be sneaky because, oh my god, I didn't see all those You're kind of fucked.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're all fine here. See, the thing is that the minimap doesn't account for altitude. So like those two like red triangles just below my green triangle on the minimap are actually far below me and have no bearing on whether or not I'm going to fucking die when I start heading out here.
Look,
but there are two red triangles that have a huge say in whether or not I'm going to just fucking perish. And now Raggy has started rubbing his head against my hand, potentially fucking up my hand-eye coordination for this entire sequence.
This is
and
exciting.
I am going to body slam him if he keeps rubbing his head against me. But also, he's very cute, and I probably won't do that.
Well, see, I think what me and... Yes, the vampires fly. I mean, they do climb up walls, Cammy, so they might fly. Well, that's a horse of a different color. I was just going to... What I think me and Cammy are trying to say is call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone. I didn't steal that joke from Cammy. I gave it to Gage because he wasn't looking at the chat.
I was too busy trying not to get my shit ate and also petting my cat. Hello, Ragnarok.
We've heard of face cam, but what about kitty cam?
I mean, I don't have any sort of like face... Like, I have a webcam, but I don't have one like configured...
Not like... Yeah.
Configured for my stream, so unfortunately I cannot show kitty cam.
Someday.
Gage, take a picture and then post on Twitter.
Maybe I'll do that. 1 second. Raggy, can you stay right there while Daddy sets up his fucking phone?
I need to continue watching Archer.
Nope, there he goes. No, don't step on the keyboard.
Uh-oh.
You have already interrupted one stream by doing that. Back up.
Raggy just hovers. Raggy is a boy, right?
Raggy is a boy.
Okay, Raggy, he just hovers his little kitty paw over the hang up Discord and disconnect everything but just looking at you in the eyes.
Just slightly hovering above my laptop's power button.
Actually, no, his paw is actually on the button, just not depressing it. That's the stakes.
Why can't you be more like your sister and just sleep all the time?
To his credit, Mitty is incredibly fat.
This is true.
Shit.
She's a chunky girl. She can scramble when she needs to, though. Hovers over the terminate all processes button.
Oh my goodness, that's even scarier.
He just
Brick your computer in one button.
He just wants some attention, don't you, Raggy?
I don't know if it would brick it, but it would definitely require a full reboot.
Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah.
I just noticed there was a little water texture, like a misting texture on the... Do you see that?
Oh, yeah, I do.
That's pretty neat.
That's kind of neat. It's from all the vampire rain.
Oh, there's a pipe that you were supposed to climb down.
Yeah?
It's okay.
Well...
Just do this.
Emergent gameplay.
Fucking shit.
Okay. I just gotta... Oh...
Watch them see you because you stood up.
Nope. Haha! Get
Make
wrecked,
sure there's
losers.
No other vampires nearby.
What are you yawning at me for, huh? Not you, Raggy. I saw that. Yawning.
Cammy, you missed when I told Gage not to shoot a vampire, but he did, and it killed him in like 2 seconds.
It's true, that happened.
Yeah. It was even... Actually, no, it would have been funnier if it was that vampire from the demo but that would also make me more sad because you would have had to really go out of your way to fuck that up.
Just gotta mosey. Just gotta mosey. Here we go.
Captain, Lloyd here.
Gage, what
I
kind of
made it to the
Pokemon am I?
garage.
Natalie keeps saying
I think the
Magnemite and
command
Nixa
vehicle
says
is on
I'm
the other side of the
Wobbuffet's tail
shutters.
specifically.
Lloyd, this is Hanson. Whatever you do, don't
Cam's
touch
right.
those
Galar,
shutters.
Mr. Mime.
If you do, you'll probably set off an alarm.
I don't know
Hold on a
you
second, I'll
well
see if I
enough
can
to
dig
make
up any
that
information.
assumption about you, JB, and I don't want to insult you, so I'm just gonna co-sign Galar, Mr. Mime.
I was
That's their
right.
fault.
There's a security company contracted to guard the building.
Right.
I don't
Then
remember
I'll
what
take out
Galar,
the
Mr.
alarm
Mime looks
first.
like.
I'm
He
sending
looks,
you the location of the
I believe
security
he
company.
looks fairly dapper
I'll send you the interior
compared
layout of the
to
company
your standard
office
Mr.
as soon
Mime.
as I have it.
Lloyd, this is Harrison.
I actually haven't
Hanson's
gotten
figured
Sword
out a
and
safe
Shield.
route to the garage. We're heading your way
I need
with
to
the
get it
command
at some
vehicle. We'll meet you there.
It was just one of those things that I know that like, oh, that's actually a really cool design.
Alright, now where am I going?
It's less
Oh.
human adjacent, which makes it, I guess, more interesting to look at.
Oh, what just saw me?
I don't know.
Someone just saw me. Who was it?
Something hit me. Something invisible.
Oh.
I may not give a fuck about Rooster Teeth now, but I'll always fucking love some of their older shit.
Oh.
Talking shit on stream.
Just like John Wayne would have done.
God damn it.
I mean, we've already breached that, like, can of worms with the Panics reference earlier.
I mean, yeah. The multiple Panics references.
Like, I was,
Ugliest of
like,
them all.
JB and I are also, like, working on, like, playing through the Fear series, so
Yeah.
there's plenty
I
of
need to watch
that.
some of those VODs. I saw you posting the thumbnails, and I think I subscribed. Unless I...
What are we excusing you for, Cam?
Oh, I'm a look.
So here's one of the best things about interacting with Cam, is that I'm always surprised at the sort of things that, like, I have knowledge of that Cam doesn't. And Cam always reacts really well when she learns about something she didn't know about before.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, the
Talk
John
about
Wayne
how
thing.
Cam reacts really nicely to things. She's like, "Excuse me?"
Yeah, that one. Oh god, what was it that
Top tier reactions, Cammy.
what was the context for the just like John Wayne would have done line? I forget already.
You can't climb that ladder.
I might
Why
be
do you
able
think
to.
you can? Look at that truck just parked right in front of that ladder. That progression blocker.
But I want to climb the ladder.
Well, too bad, fucker.
Fucking shit.
Oh, I just remembered something. Oh, actually, well, you were trying to remember something.
I'm gonna go ahead and look up.
Cammy.
Hold on.
Yeah. And then I'll bring up the other thing, because that's going to be a whole new conversation.
Just
Continuation of the
like
conversation.
John Wayne would have done. Here we go. What is the line?
So how would
Just like John. Donut, you hide in here and wait for the guy tailing us. Then when he passes, shoot him square in the back and watch him die, just like John Wayne would have done. There it is.
It's like, oh man, that is good. And like, I think that's why we used to enjoy that so much, because it's like, I feel like, what is it? It's like C-Lab was the progenitor to Archer, but then like Red vs. Blue and Rooster Teeth was kind of this like weird middle ground when between those two things
Yeah.
for the longest time.
you like RTS is like?
Similar kinds of humor, but in my opinion, Adam Reed got. Although there's also Frisky Dingo. I always forget that. Well,
Oh.
I don't forget it exists. I don't bring up Frisky Dingo because while it is way funnier than C-Lab, it's also way more problematic. So it's like I can't really suggest it to anybody. C-Lab, I can at least be like, here's an episode.
Here's an episode. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, there is gross shit in it, but, like, it's kind of more few and far between with the absurdity shit.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go here.
I don't know. Somewhere. We're all going somewhere. Yeah, Frisky Dingo was like, because it'll be making some really, really funny just random fucking jokes, but then it'll do something really racist or really, like, it's like, it'll be a joke of like, oh, the joke is that this character's anti-Semitic and they're wrong, but then it just goes so far that it's like, but you're just kind of doing the Matt Stone thing at that point, just being it with an excuse. Don't get me started on my South Park opinions. Don't do it.
Don't.
It'll
Please,
be like
we'll
my
be
Twitter.
here all day.
No, literally. Gage follows my Twitter. He knows how much I fucking talk about things that piss me off.
Here's my hot take. It's bad. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. Cammy, I will give you my South Park opinions on Twitter. Fuck it. Okay.
Here
my
we
South
go.
Park opinion. It's bad. It used to be good while still being kind of problematic. It had shit to say. It had points to make. The movie had a really, really good point about, like, why is it that adult media is scrutinized in the same way that kids media is because it's a certain, like, format. Like, that was a really good point to make, and there's all sorts of really good shit within older South Park. The problem is that as time went on, they became less about making good points with some kind of problematic shit here and there, and more just how offensive can we be. And it as much as it hated being compared to Family Guy, it became Family Guy but worse.
Oof.
It did. And that's my take on it. Like, I remember the first time I dipped off was like sometime after the movie. I just kind of stopped watching it, and it was already gotten really bad. But I just didn't watch it as much. Not feel much like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it. It was just like, yeah, JB, exactly. The whole we make fun of everyone equally. That's just a fucking that's just the lazy person's version of stop telling me I'm being gross. I know I'm being gross. Shut up. Like, then I watched the transgender episode back in 2014 or 13 or whatever, and just, my God, that was bad. Like, because it was literally just like, we're gonna pretend that transgenders actually exist because we're two cis men that are like in their 40s or 50s that have no idea what a fucking trans person actually is. And then they follow that up later. I don't know if it was the same season or if it was years later, but like the fucking PC Principal episode that you cannot openly criticize to people who are fans of the show because they just go, well, you're the one being made fun of, that's why you don't like it. And it's like, yes, but they're pretending that every single person that criticizes the show and has a problem with the show is a cishet white guy when that's actually not the case. And that was the moment I was like, if I ever was going to give South Park another chance, I'm done.
The moment has passed.
No. JB, you're 100% right. Everything to do with Mrs. Garrison is terrible. As, like, weirdly... It's because that hits that point, too, where it's like, some of the stuff with Mrs. Garrison is almost on the mark accidentally, but then it's combined with everything. Like, I feel like there was one or two things that happened with Mrs. Garrison that actually did resonate with me on some level. Like, thinking back to it as a trans person now, I didn't know I was trans back when I watched that show, but goddamn, like, there's just, you can't defend any of it. And they've always been bad and transphobic. They've always been very violent towards trans characters, completely not respecting any sort of identity. Like, it's fucked up. Also, like, oh, you're only out gay character for the longest time, other than, like, your two out gay characters are these characters. They're Big Gay Al, which is actually pretty great, because yeah, he's a gay stereotype, but he's also, like, he's more an example of how people who are out and proud can be. But then, like, you get Mr. Garrison, who is, oh, he's the character who's a pedophile, and gay, and racist, and all these other things, and it's like, wow, what are you trying to say?
I have no idea. It's just real quick. I don't want to, like, interrupt or anything. I have no idea how I'm going to swing this.
Yeah, I don't know either. I kind of kept talking because I was like, I don't know what to do.
No, that's fair. I'm just trying to... Okay, here we go.
And yeah, Cammy, that's exactly how I feel. Like it's fucking up in the worst ways, and then once in a while getting it right by accident. And Zhao, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What I heard about the newest game was a combination of things. It was yes, they. What I heard was yes, it is number one, like hard mode is being black, which is like is the easiest social commentary to make ever, especially from one white guy and one Jewish white passing guy. But B, the trans thing, I remember that also being like, characters are like okay, but I also remember it being brought up and made a joke of repeatedly. I could be wrong. I haven't played the game. I just remember it being a thing where like, not so much that you're misgendered as much as it's brought up in a stupid way. But again, I haven't played it, so I could be misremembering it. But yeah, that's my opinions on South Park. It fucking sucks and has sucked for a long time. It used to be good, but still had problems. Now it just sucks all. Better show, Archer, was like gross to start out and got better more and more as time has gone on, while still being kind of problematic. But
I've been watching a lot of, or I actually finished watching recently, Letterkenny.
Oh, how is that?
It's pretty good. It's got a lot of like pretty good representation and stuff in it. Like there's positive portrayal. Well, there are portrayals of what's the word I'm looking for? Polyamory.
That's good.
The portrayal of it is like the main female character in the show, and then like two hockey playing jocks, and it's a lot. There's a lot of like really good sort of like rapid fire comedy as well.
Mm-hmm.
There are some bits of it that like a lot of the humor gets like particularly sexual like later on in the series, and there's some stuff that like I don't think hits quite as well as they want, but it's like it's got like a large number of like gay and bisexual characters, which is not something that is particularly common for the sort of show that it is.
So it's kind of almost like a Trailer Park Boys in that sense.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think
not
there's
that they make
actually
it
an actor from Trailer Park Boys in it.
Oh, nice.
In one of the later seasons.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Letterkenny described to someone as basically take like the situations and characterizations of someone like Kazuma Kiryu in the Yakuza series and drama kind of stuff, but apply that to like Canadian kind of out there culture.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which is also, now that I think about it, that is also kind of what Trailer Park Boys is, but Trailer Park Boys is less, I guess. It's not like there's no Kazuma Kiryu character. They're all just kind of dumb, but their hearts are in the right places. And the smartest one is the one that like is very socially awkward, but he's legitimately Bubbles. He's literally the smartest character in the fucking show.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I think I showed my friend JB. I showed JB the opening of the very first. Oh.
You didn't die. You went into a
I didn't die. I went to a
cutscene.
cutscene. I showed JB
I
the
thought
opening
you died for a second.
from the very first episode, and it's just like, now imagine that, but like it's a whole show. I will say, first season goes a little hard on the gay jokes, but they definitely like peter out by like the like seasons 2 and onward.
Okay. I'll definitely give it a look.
Yeah. It is only on Hulu right now.
I haven't.
Okay, good. I had to get Hulu in order to watch it, and I, like a fool, decided to go with the package that includes the commercials, and I suffered because of it.
Yeah, that's the one we got, but at the same time, it's like my boyfriend has it with his Spotify subscription, so I'm enjoying the ride. I'm not gonna complain for something I didn't pay for. I did.
Oh, they don't see me.
I did get that month's free trial of Shudder, and haven't actually used it. But their selection is like small but varied as
Oh, so I think we discussed this last time. I finally saw The Color Out of Space.
Oh, that's what I was gonna bring up before when I didn't want to interrupt you. Yeah, what did you think of it?
I thought it was really fucking good.
Yeah, right? Like, it's like, it still had some issues, but overall, it was, like, really enjoyable and fun, despite any of the issues.
I can't remember if it was you who brought it up or if I saw it from, like, my uncle on Twitter or whatever. But, like, the the admittedly kind of, like, weirdly jarring use of the word reprobate in a movie that came out in, like, 2020.
No, I was the one that brought that up because
Okay.
it was this weird thing where it's like, I know that that must be a line straight out of the book because that sounds like something a racist, like, turn of the 19th century man would write, but then when it's coming from the character that's been like a shit most of the movie, the mother and the father, who are kind of like the old world, I guess. I thought for a second, like, was Richard, I forget his last name, was the director trying to make a comment about that, or was it just including it and by accident it fit? Because it was very silly and very like, oh my god, did she really just say the word reprobate in this the year of our Lord 2020?
Because I'm just like, who fucking says reprobate anymore?
Yeah. To describe Tommy Chong, the not white pot smoking drifter that lives on their fucking land. Or squatter, sorry. The only, like, that was stuck out to me, and the only other line that actually, like, still rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm assuming it's right out of the book, is when... Hey, spoilers if you haven't seen this B movie made in 2020. It's good. It's just, you're not missing anything out about it getting spoiled on it, because literally the story is how a family goes insane and mutate and shit.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's like one of his worst stories, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it's interesting to think about, and it's good adaptation material, because the adaptations that have actually completely changed it, aside from alien thing happens and mutations happen, this is not one of those. This is more like literal translation, so it's kind of narratively, but the visual aesthetic of the movie is great. The prosthetic effects that happen in it are great. I'm just kind of puzzled as to why certain CG effects were used, if it wasn't just maybe money, I guess. It didn't ruin the movie for me. It just made some scenes I feel like that could have been a little funner, or been like more like, that's really cool. Instead, we just came off like, oh, that's a CG thing.
Like the llama amalgamate?
More the cat when they hit the cat that's mutated.
Oh, yeah.
That really stuck out to me. The llama amalgamate, I actually been trying to figure out if that's a CG 100% or if that was... Because there's definitely, when he shoots it, there's practical effects. Because he's got blood splattered on it.
Oh, yeah,
like,
100%.
I can't remember... I still can't figure out if that initial shot is an aftertouched... a physical effect that has been touched up, or if it's just a CG effect. Which is better than me just going, that's a fucking CG.
Yeah.
I thought Nick Cage was amazing in it. I thought he carried the entire movie. Like him and the main character that you don't realize is the main character right away.
Oh yeah, the guy checking on like the water.
The surveyor. He was actually... Yeah. That was the one thing that had me going, like, Richard Stanley, I think is the director's name. He had to be, like, aware of Lovecraft's shit, because, like, it didn't seem accidental to me to have the main character be played by a black man, and he's the only normal character, while the white family just loses their fucking minds.
Yeah, yeah. That, well...
There wasn't even a death animation. You just transmorph into a pile on the ground.
Fucking noise, just like, "Ugh!"
I didn't hear it, so that's even better. If I miss anything in chat, sorry, I'll have to keep turning my phone back. Well, actually, let's see if I can turn off sleep.
But yeah, the climax of that movie was really good.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if, like, I mentioned this to you last time we talked about it, but I think the next, because the director wants to make, like, a trilogy of, like, Lovecraft adaptations, and I think the next one he's looking at is the Dunwich Horror.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you've told me about the Dunwich Horror, and I forgot it. Because we've talked about Lovecraft at great length on stream.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot that the Dunwich Horror is one of those ones where it's just like it doesn't take too much to see sort of like the racist subtext of it.
Yeah.
Because
gentrification is good. Fucking people of different, not white people moving into your neighborhood and changing everything is bad. That's it. That's Color Out of Space. It is literally just, oh, foreigners coming into your town is bad. Go on, Gage. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. You're like 100% on point with that, actually. But like the Dunwich Horror is about like this guy who is like mutating into a monster because his dad was an old god or something. So like you can kind of already see like where that's going.
Yeah, well, because isn't that literally just the end of Shadow over Innsmouth? But like but that is obviously just it stops at him realizing he's changing because it's his journal or whatever.
Yeah, so Shadow over Innsmouth is more from like the point of view of someone that happens to, but like that's like it's like the twist of that story. Whereas in this case, it's like it's the entire like plot of the story. Is that this dude's dad is like Yog-Sothoth or something.
Okay, yeah.
And
I feel like I asked you this exact same question the last time we talked about it.
Who's there?
Uh-oh. He saw you through those bushes.
No, how could he? There's
Oh,
water
yeah,
running all through these leaves. Vampires can't see through running water.
Just hide behind a waterfall.
They can't. They'll never get me here.
They'll just shake their fist at the edge of the fucking waterfall.
Okay.
And stare at you until sunrise.
So, nice touch here. The animated texture of the rain hitting the clothes.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It is
I actually like that a lot. Oh.
Uh-oh. Get behind those bushes.
Gotta get into
Yeah.
Hyrule Castle.
No, but like go to the left though.
Hold
oh
on.
wait, no, you're right. You were right. I
Hold
almost
on.
got you killed.
Hold on.
I almost got you super murdered.
Gotta get into Hyrule Castle. Gotta see
Um,
Princess Zelda.
Cammy. So this is the thing. Vampire Rain is actually it's because that's the thing. It gets a rap of like, oh, this game is just so bad and so bad. It's not that it's so bad. It's that the first half is really mediocre. It's just really mediocre and slow and difficult. If you play it like a regular action game, you just fucking don't progress. You get killed and it's whatever, and people tune out from it. That being said, it's still not a good game. It's just that about halfway through or 3/4 in, the story gets absolutely buck wild, and you actually get like ways you can kill vampires efficiently. Basically, if the first half of this game was better paced, this would be, I would say, more of like a so bad it's good game, or like a... I don't want to say like a Deadly Premonition, because that is an insult to Deadly Premonition. It's more...
Like a solid 7 out of 10.
I love the
Not even. More, like a... You know what? Like a Silent Hill... Downpour, according to my opinions, not Gage's opinions.
Please,
interesting stuff.
Ignore my opinions about Silent
No.
Hill Downpour.
You have valid opinions about it. It's just we get in that one fight about whether or not the moral choice system was a good idea.
Fair enough.
Or was that? Or yeah, that is what we disagree on, right?
I forget. Who can
I know it's
say?
something. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We both agree that. It's I would say it's like it would be like a Downpour where it's, you know, kind of mediocre in a lot of places but has some interesting, like, admittedly accidentally amazing part. But even then, I don't know, it'd be maybe between like a Homecoming and a Downpour. God, home.
I think it's a little unfair to Vampire Rain to compare it in any way to Homecoming.
It is. I saw someone try to be like Silent Hill 4 is on like the same level as something like Homecoming or whatever.
Oh, that's just mean.
I was just like, okay,
Are we...
sorry you don't know how to fucking play a Silent Hill game.
Are we hitting that point in like the lifespan of Silent Hill Homecoming, where we're gonna get a bunch of people being like, Silent Hill Homecoming is good, actually.
Oh my god, I hope not. I really hope not.
We're at the garage, and
I can list the good things about that game on like one hand,
good
and
job, Lloyd. We'll meet you at
two
the
or
entrance.
three of them are things that aren't even that good because they're just good ideas that go.
I would argue, Cam, that Silent Hill Homecoming has at least 3 good bosses.
Yeah, I was about to say 2 or 3 in my opinion.
Sepulcher, Scarlet, and Asphyxia are all really cool.
Which is Sepulcher.
That's the first one, the tree one.
Oh yeah, the one that's like hanging from the ceiling. You fight it in the garden
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah,
Oh.
that's pretty neat.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Vampire's
shit. Oh
coming.
fug.
Run. Run, bitch, run.
Bitch, this ain't a cutscene. Press A, press A.
Yes.
You don't have time to smoke a bowl. You still playing.
Gordux, guess what? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, Gordux. A little hot take.
Oh, here we go.
Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all equally good in almost every way. The thing is that people forget that without a guide, Silent Hill 1 and 2 and 3 are all borderline unbeatable. I'm sorry. It's the truth. I love those games. But they are borderline unbeatable or mind-numbingly frustrating. And that's why I get mad when people are like Silent Hill 4 is the worst one. And it's why I did a whole playthrough of it that I'm sad I couldn't record while I played it, but I'm going to eventually record footage. And to do a video talking about why I am kind of mad this game gets a bad rap. Someone also already beat me to the punch on that, but I don't care. They're not known or anything. But like literally Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3 all have puzzles that make no goddamn sense at all, and not even in a like weird like Silent Hill logic of you got to think outside your mind. Like it's literally just some stupid bullshit.
You got to think outside the rubber ball.
Yes, exactly. Like the fucking Silent Hill 2 especially. Silent Hill 2 has some fucking whacked out shit. Like like the wax doll and the horseshoe.
Oh yeah. I remember
Or-
the wax doll
or-
and the horseshoe.
And see, and that at least makes some kind of sense if you look at the items and what you have to do. What about the fucking strand of hair and the bent needle? Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, I forgot a lighter was even part of that concoction. Thank you, Cammy. But no, seriously, like, cause all I see people, every time I see people get mad about Silent Hill 4, like, oh, its combat is bad. Oh, the weapon system is bad. Oh, its story is confusing and characters don't act the way they want. And I just sit there and I go like, you just listed issues with every single Silent Hill game that people love and ignore those issues. So what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, enemies kill you too fast in Silent Hill 4. In what Silent Hill game are you supposed to just go crazy and kill every enemy?
Go crazy. Go stupid. Also,
yeah.
Homecoming, you're supposed to.
Oh yeah, other than Homecoming. But in Silent Hill 4 also, the combat is a little bit easier because they wanted to do something different.
Motion sensor readings are negative.
I could just, you know what, Gage, do you care if I just go into, after this cutscene, go into my fucking, like, here's my pitch and thesis of why Silent Hill 4 is way better than everybody remembers? Or actually, no, it's close to, like, it's already 4 years
I think we'll probably still have a little bit of time. Cam, when were you looking to start your FF7 remake stream?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the end of a level. So, like, if we do stop, then, like, this would be as good of a place to stop as any. But, we might as well, like, I was gonna fucking say something. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, like, I've beaten Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3, but, like, admittedly, like, I didn't use a guide, but I had seen, like, Let's Plays and stuff of those games beforehand, so I wasn't going in completely blind.
No, exactly.
But yeah, no, absolutely launch into what you were gonna say.
Yeah, but if we have 10-20 minutes, we can talk. Oh, Trials. I forgot about trials. I don't know what they entail, but go off. Thank you, Cammy. So basically, the key complaints are always Silent Hill 4 is not like the other games in the ways that I want it to be.
It takes a while for them to pop out.
Silent Hill 4 has the stuff with the room is really good, but everything else about the game sucks, which is just not true. It's annoying that the second half of the game is an escort mission. It's annoying that the weapon system in general being different and not being what I want it to be is bad. What's the other one? And the story just in general. Story is not as strong, and it doesn't make sense that Henry is always reacting so like oddly to scary situations and blah blah blah. Number one.
Keep up the good work.
Every single fucking Silent Hill protagonist, except for Murphy Pendleton, reacts like a fucking pod person to things. Even fucking Alex Shepard reacts like a fucking pod person to things.
It's true.
Murphy's the only one who started screaming and freaking out when the other world started taking over. That's like that's one of my favorite things about Downpour, as much as I do tend to criticize it when I look back on it. That's number one. Number two about that, Henry Townsend's reactions make 100% sense based on the fact that he's still not really sure until a really late point in the game of whether he's even experiencing reality or not. That's first part of that. Second part of that is Henry Townsend through the visual storytelling of the room itself, and also just the way he interacts with people. He is a photographer. He's kind of a voyeur, and they have like a rear window thing going on with the way he looks through the hole at Eileen. He looks out the window at Cynthia going into the subway. He looks out his window at the other windows in the apartment complex and the people, because he can't get out to anybody. He seems to be pretty socially awkward, so it would make sense that maybe he doesn't know how to react to situation. Also, I'm sorry, if you literally just walked into a fucking subway booth, let's say, and a woman is just bleeding to death in front of you, and she was convinced this was a dream, and you weren't sure, you just got to climb through a fucking hole in your bathroom, would you be sitting there realistically screaming, going, oh my god, she's dead, or would you just be going, I don't even know how to process that?
I mean, I probably wouldn't ask, are you okay, but...
Fair enough. Second big point. The gameplay it's different, and the gameplay's different, and I don't like all these changes. Okay, this game got made kind of alongside Silent Hill 3, and unless what I heard was wrong, Silent Hill 3 became a big sequel to 1 because when Team Silent were like, we want to make this an anthological thing, like Silent Hill 2 was different, we want to make a new game, basically Silent Hill 4, Konami was like, no, people want to see Harry and they want to see that story, the cult, so you got to make one about that. So then they split into two teams. One team worked on Silent Hill 3 with Heather, and one team focused on Silent Hill 4, doing the different thing they want to. Also, and even if you don't quite enjoy it as much as the other games, I would rather get a game by a developer known for doing different things, wanting to still branch out and do something different than just get Silent Hill 2.5. All right, I would prefer to get that, even if it ends up not being as strong. Which, again, in my opinion, it's just as strong as the other games.
Story. Yeah,
story. The story's fine. It is no more or less contrived than any other Silent Hill story. In fact, it is arguably one of the strongest in the series, just because of the fact that it took absolutely nothing. It took a one-off fucking piece of dialogue, like piece of flavor text in a file in 2, and turned it into not only a whole character but a whole narrative. And I think that's commendable. And it's actually really fucking interesting to pick apart and think about.
Well, don't forget they also did that with Silent Hill the arcade.
That's true, but I haven't played that. I've heard it's fun.
It looks like it's fun. I've just heard it's bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on.
Cammy, there's a line in Gordex. I'm gonna read your stuff in a second. I just don't want to lose my train of thought. the line is when you drop the orange juice to get the garbage bag knocked out to get the coin and read the file. Yes, that is an actual puzzle from Silent Hill 2. Stop complaining that puzzles are too contrived in Silent Hill 4. In Silent Hill 2, when you get the coin, you also read a file, and it's about a prisoner that killed himself while he was on death row with a spoon to his fucking trachea. Sorry for graphic description. I didn't think before I said that. If anybody squicked out by that, that is Walter Sullivan, and they name him Walter Sullivan. They took that one file of flavor text and built the entire game's narrative around that character.
Oh, don't forget that file also mentioned that he had killed 2 children who are the twin victims in Silent Hill 4.
Yeah, killed 2 children, and they expand upon that in the narrative of 4, which is that he wants to kill 21 people to fulfill the 21 sacraments and bring his mother back to life, which he believes is the room, but that's later. And then that's another thing too, is the fact that when people go like, well, Henry's not as strong a main character as the other games. Henry's not the main character of Silent Hill 4. Walter Sullivan is. Walter Sullivan is the main character. Eileen is even more of like a main character than Henry. Henry is literally a voyeur who is looking in at all this and is the final sacrament, and he is important, but he's not important really to the narrative. He's kind of just another sacrament to one.
And that's one of those sort of critical things about Silent Hill 4 that really kind of helps you appreciate it a little bit more, is if you look at Henry as not the protagonist of that game. If you look at Walter as the protagonist.
He was the first protagonist to not have a direct tie to Silent Hill or any of this. He literally is just a dude that happened to move into the wrong apartment at the wrong time. So the escort mission thing. Number one, I have played so many worse escort missions. I don't know. People always say, oh, it's so annoying because it's an escort mission and you got to protect Eileen and blah, blah, blah. I actually had to, at certain points, either take weapons off Eileen or think more about what was going on, because she fights just as good as Henry does. She just has a little bit of, her pathing's a little weird sometimes. But other than that,
Eileen will fucking throw down.
Dude, I'm just did they only give her the perk and never find another weapon, or did they just not find any of the weapons? Because there's 7 of them or 6 of them, and they get better and better with each weapon. You get the fucking police baton eventually, which is admittedly kind of hidden away, and she just fucking goes to town on enemies with it.
I was trying to remember which Silent Hill game it was that there's a character with the same name as my sister, because I thought it was Silent Hill 4, but it's actually Homecoming.
I was gonna say, what is your sister's name? I can probably tell you.
Elle.
Yeah, because that's the love interest of Homecoming, right?
Yeah. So that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird for me.
Yeah, that's the only. I will be real. That's the only thing about Silent Hill 4 that is a legitimate criticism, is there is kind of a shoehorned romance subplot, but at the same time, it doesn't really feel like a romance subplot. It feels more like this. They're just kind of, we went through this thing together. We have an emotional connection now, but it's not explicitly romantic from what I can remember, especially with the ending. It's just kind of so what do we do? I think we're getting out of here. Okay, and then that's the ending. The good ending anyway. There's another legitimate problem the game has. The last boss sucks. It really sucks. Not so much a contrivance of figuring out how to beat the boss, but the fact that because ammo doesn't stack like in other games, and if you haven't been saving up the revolver ammo, you cannot use melee weapons on this boss. You really can't. And because of the limited inventory as well, the last boss is just ridiculously hard if you haven't been remembering exactly all the stuff you need to save and not use and shit. That being said, Silent Hill 3 has the exact same problem, so I don't really think of that as something that brings it below any of the other games. Silent Hill 3, people like to forget, Silent Hill 3 has the worst fucking final boss of any Silent Hill game, because it is tight spaces, you can't really evade, and you can't even just funnel fucking bullets into the thing, because it literally it's just annoying. Really good design, but just annoying to fight. Also, Eat Your Necklace is another contrived fucking puzzle. That's a puzzle.
Yeah, 100%. Like, if you
but
never checked that item before then, you would have absolutely... Like, if you...
Of course not.
1, if you never checked that item before, you wouldn't know that it's something you can use. 2, if you hadn't played Silent Hill 1...
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that it's something you should use in that moment.
Exactly. Did I miss anything as far as things people complain about all the time?
I think you covered most of it in terms of like gameplay, story, escort mission stuff, things like that.
Yeah. I mean, like, it also. I even thought about the fact of how, like, people say like, oh, it's not as scary or whatever.
Oh, what?
Number one, Silent Hill 4 actually did something that is the only Silent Hill game to genuinely scare the shit out of me in, like, I mean, literally, like, replaying these games, this is the only one that legitimately fucking freaked me out. It also could be because I maybe didn't remember as much about it as the other games, but when you get through the first, you get out of Hospital World, and you go.
Fucking love that they're all called worlds.
Actually, wait. So when you get through a Subway World, and you're about to go down the spiral staircase into Walter's subconscious, and in the hallway between Subway World and Forest World, there's a cutscene happens, and Walter just appears behind you, pointing a gun at you. I went from that cutscene going, oh, spoiler alert for Silent Hill 4, by the way. I got through the cutscene, and I went, okay, so is that, like, because I'm trying to be analytical. I was like, so is that just a cutscene? Is something else going on? And I turn the camera around, he's right behind me and standing there, and I'm just like, whoa, okay.
Just like, hey,
but
man.
what is he gonna do? Like, is he, he's a human character,
quote unquote.
Is this, yeah, and what's so far, like, human characters haven't really attacked you in this game. I walk over to him because I just want to see what happens. He very quickly pulls out his fucking gun and starts shooting at me and Eileen. I literally yelped out, like, out loud, and started fucking booking it for the door and freaking out because I didn't know if Eileen was getting shot or not. Was behind. That was the single best fucking thing in that whole game, was that moment, which is me legitimately freaking out. And I think I did, like, the Forest World and then stopped playing for a while. And I realized, I talked about this on Twitter, but I realized this Silent Hill 4 did something that only Silent Hill 1 did to me when I was a child. It made me afraid to go back and keep playing the game because I didn't remember what was coming next, and I didn't know what to expect from, like, enemies. So I was just kind of frozen with fear of continuing progressing. I'm dead serious. And that actually happened a second time after halfway because I was like, I don't want to deal with Walter, but also because literally, like, I am scared to deal with Walter. And I tried to break it down in my head as far as game design. How shocking is it to a person who's only played the first 3 Silent Hill games, aside from Eddie Dombrowski, you're never attacked by human characters, and only in very specific situations. This is, yes, an antagonist character, but I didn't expect that he was just going to start shooting. I knew later shit like that happened, but I didn't know in that hallway that it would happen. Also, you meet him before that, and he's totally docile. He just puts the doll down. So if you're playing this for the first time, you would have no way of realizing that character was then going to kill you. Or at least not much.
Yeah, I mean, like, even someone like me, like, I'm definitely more in the camp where, like, Silent Hill 4 is not one of my favorite Silent Hill games to actually play. But, like, even I will concede that, like, atmospherically and musically, Silent Hill 4 is my favorite.
Yeah. Well, and that was the other point I was going to say, is that, like, because you talk about, like, oh, it's not my favorite to play, but I respect this. Another thing I've noticed is people always say it plays the worst out of all of them, and I'm like, no, you all forget how difficult to play Silent Hill 1 through 3 are. They're not easy to play. If you don't know tank controls, those games are a pain in the fucking ass.
Oh, I never use tank controls when I can get around them.
Well, I mean, yeah, Silent Hill 2 and 3, they gave you the option.
I use the 2D controls for Silent Hill 2 and 3. Silent Hill 1 is rough, though. Silent Hill 1 is rough because of the tank controls for me.
Yeah, I'm used to it. And again, that's my thing too. Is people always say, well, those controls add depth to the whole idea that you're just a human playing it. Okay, that's fair. How come it's not fair in Silent Hill 4? How come Silent Hill 4 is not? How come Silent Hill 4's combat is just bad? Also, on a side note, Silent Hill Origins, Silent Hill 0, totally fine. Not as good as the other ones, but it's fine.
Silent Hill Origins was really the last one that used kind of like classic Silent Hill like gameplay structure and mechanics.
Yeah. Like aside from the breakable weapons, like that game was fun.
And the
Go on, sorry.
I have issues with like how they try, because here's the thing. In most Silent Hill games, it's pretty clear like what side of like, oh, it's a cult narrative or oh, it's a psychological narrative that they fall on. Silent Hill 1 is a cult narrative. Silent Hill 2 is a psychological narrative. Silent Hill 3 goes into psychological stuff, but it's pretty blatantly a cult narrative. Silent Hill 4 is more of a psychological narrative for Walter. Homecoming is a cult narrative. Downpour is a psychological narrative. And Shattered Memories is a psychological narrative.
I have not played Shattered Memories.
Origins can't figure out what it wants to be.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you've
it
got the
starts
cult
off as the
stuff.
cult narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, like,
You go
suddenly it's just like, oh, but we're also exploring Travis Grady's dark past in Silent Hill. And, like, oh, his mother's locked up in the sanitarium. His father killed himself. And it's just like, this doesn't... I have trouble meshing these two together in a way that, like, feels not contrived.
Well, see, and I actually enjoyed that because of the fact that that's always something funny to me was when people, because you can tell when someone never really played a lot of Silent Hill Origins when the first thing out of their mouth is, oh yeah, the main character of that game has no reason to stay there, so that's like, it's silly that he just doesn't just run away. And it's like, you did not play even a quarter into that game.
I mean, okay.
Or
I have played all of Silent Hill Origins. I haven't gotten like I only got the good ending so far. I haven't like gone through and like gotten the bad ending. I still feel like there's a lot of times in that game where like it just doesn't feel like Travis Grady. Like Travis Grady just like gets a thing and it's just like, oh, this piece of paper I picked up is telling me to go to this place. And it's just like, and
I mean, yeah.
Like, he's got repressed memories, but, like, you don't really know that until, like, the most, like, foreshadowing his repressed memories got is, like, the message at the start of the game that, like, cuts out, like, it statics out when he's talking to that dude on the radio, which is a completely unnatural conversation for them to have in the first place. Just like, well, if you keep talking about how your parents disappeared and you don't know how or why, it's just like, why would you bring that up like right now? There's no reason for you to bring that up.
I mean, that's fair. And there's a reason why I said it's not up there with Silent Hill 4 and the rest. It's kind of just in between those, and I don't know. It's like I feel like I would hold it up to Downpour about same level, like as far as things I like, things I don't like about it. Maybe a little bit above Downpour personally.
I would say it's my third favorite Western developed Silent Hill game.
Oh, the first two being Downpour and Shattered Memories?
Yeah.
Okay.
Though I haven't played the Dungeon Crawler. Though the Dungeon Crawler probably has my favorite joke ending.
Oh yeah, which is that?
That's it's like the comic book style where like all like the character archetypes are going to Silent Hill for vacation and they run into all the main characters from all the games.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's illustrated by Kinuko on Twitter. She also illustrated the joke ending for Shattered Memories.
Oh my god, this sounds like the best spin-off ever.
And it's just it's so good. All right, you have a good one, Cam. I'll see you in the chat for your stream. But like I'll send you a link after that. It's genuinely my favorite joke ending out of all the games, just because it's just like, oh, it's all these characters just running into the main characters of all the other games. Like you see Harry Mason, you see James Walters there.
Oh my god.
Heather's there. They mention Henry getting locked in his room again.
Oh my god.
There's a shot of Alex and Joshua playing in Lake Toluca. Travis Grady is also there. I forget what the context he's there in is. And I want to say that there's something about Shattered Memories, but I can't... I feel like it's that the version of Harry that you see is like a mix between like regular Harry and Shattered Memories Harry.
Mm-hmm.
But I would need to watch it again to confirm. And then the last thing that happens is that one of the characters gets arrested for fucking, what is it? He's like perving on like Sybil Bennett.
Oh my
and
god.
she arrests him for it, throws him in the back of the cab, and Murphy's also in the back of the car.
Oh my god.
And he makes a crack about how like lady cops always have it out for him. Like it's, I genuinely love it. I've heard people who haven't really liked that game say that like that's one of the one things they like about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, because it's like half of me is like mad the game exists for obvious reasons. Not like that WayForward made it, but like because I remember watching the oh god, I forget their names now. Voidburger does it with the other dude.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob. That really great multi-part video series on Tom Hewlett and like the fucked up bad rap he's got.
Yeah.
Like I remember them talking about how like the last game to get made, like Shattered Memory. I mean not Shattered Memories. Shadow Book, whatever. Like that's not the title.
Book of Memories, I think.
Yeah, Book of Memories. Like that was not what they wanted to make at all, but then it's good that like I remember that being the story. Like they did not want to make a dungeon crawl. They didn't want to do this, but they had to do something because they were told to do something. And I mean, hey, if WayForward because WayForward did that, right?
It was WayForward, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if I was the people at WayForward making that, and I was like, well, no one is going to like this game. Assuredly, no one's going to like it. It's going to bomb. Let's have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Or at least make it kind of fuck world, and I respect that.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and call it. We spent like 20 to 30 minutes talking about Silent Hill stuff, and like I think that's great. I do plan on playing through the Silent Hill series at some point on here. I just need to get art for like the stream thumbnails, and I've reached out to somebody already. They haven't gotten back to me yet. But
I will happily be a guest on any of them you want.
I would specifically want you for Silent Hill 4 at least, at a minimum.
I would make a request for one only because that is actually my favorite Silent Hill, but that's up to you, your stream.
But this is gonna be it for us today. This game functions. It's not like super nuts yet. I would like to play more to get to that point for sure. But you know, this was a good stream. I would like to thank Blaine for dropping by. Thank you, Blaine.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. Excuse me. Art for the stream thumbnail, Ask Sharkhead, done by my fiance Natalie, and Blaine, the Addy Head.
Yes, the Addy Head is from the ref that my boyfriend did for me. He is Cyber Daydream on Twitter. I'm actually gonna link his commission thing in a second.
Okay, let me give you mod powers to do that, because I think I have it so that like.
Oh yeah, I might not have mod.
Here we go.
But
there we go.
He is Cyber Daydream on Twitter. Yeah, there we go. I don't remember if he's actually currently open considering all the COVID stuff going on, but you know, I know he's open to talk about stuff, discuss. He does really good work. You should check it out. He did, like I said, my little head there next to Gage's head.
Natalie is, of course, Ghosty Naps on Twitter. That's GHOSTIENAPS. If you want to keep up with the Shark Stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes at $4.99 and $9.99. You can also keep up with streams by following me on Twitter at sane_intolerant. You can follow my YouTube, youtube.com/saneintolerant, where I post all the streams after they happen. And what else? I was able to do this as early as I could today because I have a 3-day weekend, so I'm definitely going to be streaming more over the weekend.
Heck yeah.
Don't know what I'm going to be streaming yet, but I'll figure it out, I'm sure. Probably going to do some more Doom 3 with JB. I forget what else I have going on right now. I need to get back at fucking Death Stranding at some point. I'm scared to go back to Death Stranding because I feel like I'm going to go back and have forgotten literally everything, and I'm too far in that game to have forgotten everything.
Uh-oh.
Which is to say, I'm not that far, but, like, I've been playing for hours.
Yeah, I never played it, so your guess is as good as mine.
It's alright.
I heard it's alright.
I like it just fine. But yeah, so just kind of keep an eye out for future stream announcements, and I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Oh, Blaine, where can people find you?
Oh shit, yeah. I'm Morbid Curiosity on Twitter, spelled weird, at MORBIDCURIOUSTY.
So like Morbid Curiosity.
Exactly, because some jackass stole the one with the proper spelling, like in 2002.
Thanks, jackass.
Yeah, or 2005. I don't fucking know. I was in high school. Yeah. My big rants today about South Park and about Silent Hill and all that. Yeah, you can get that time and time again on my Twitter. I just don't get as loud as I used to because I know that's difficult for some people. Gage knows, though. He followed me when I was big-ass loudmouth.
It's true. Oh, Blaine. That username is actually free right now.
It is?
With the I.
I should change it.
I looked it up. This account doesn't exist. Quick.
I would snipe it before someone else fucking gets it. As I wait for Chrome to open.
But we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you all have a good one. And go check out Cam's Final Fantasy VII Remake stream. She is Xalmia, XALLMIA on Twitch. She's very funny. She's good at video games. Highly recommend her stream now that ours is done. I want to thank y'all for coming. Hope y'all have a good one.
Yeah, I know that's
Bye-bye.